Boom. Welcome to the RTM podcast show, episode 12. You already know. Big Bad Spray, Young Spray, here with my co-host, Queen Icecream.
Hi, everybody.
You already know. Today's special guest is extremely special. Yeah, I'll give you them flowers. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Boom. Big up Lippy, yeah, lick shot. But obviously, when we had Lippy here, I must have been, because I'm like with the podcasting, obviously we know we're new in this or whatever. But I must have been like, Lippy is the first podcast that I've seen that I know about. So, because obviously just on the road type of thing, that sort of, bruv, the comments, they was like, no, it's Chuckie Online. They were getting mad at me, yeah, but bruv, I know about you from Twitter days and all that.
Yeah. Do you know what though? Do you know what is mad, yeah? Like, I was in it early, yeah? But I'm sure there was like a couple of people that was doing it still before me. But I think that maybe like I was the first from earliest time that like got people into that. Because see, when I started, yeah, I didn't even know I was doing podcasting. I was just like, I wanted to talk about something or whatnot.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Like what started it off actually, yeah, was Red Bull Culture Clash.
Oh, yeah.
I went to Red Bull Culture Clash now, yeah? And when I've gone there, I'm saying to myself, this was in L's Court. And I'm saying, rah, like, this is, what is happening, yeah, is way deeper than what people actually understand. Because bare youths and a lot of white youths and that's going there and they're jumping up and down and doing all of that, yeah? But when I'm going there, I'm seeing sound, I'm a Jamaican heritage, innit? So I'm seeing a sound system here, sound system there, sound system there, and a sound system there. And they're all clashing. And so my understanding is, well, my dad was a sound man. When they used to clash, he used to bring his sound system and whoever he was clashing would bring their sound system. See, like, you go to a club now, if I'm DJing at a club, we all play on the same set. Them times there, you had different sound, like whoever's sound system was the sweetest got the crowd, innit? So when I've gone to Red Bull Culture Class and I've realised, they're on this thing, like, I just wanted to talk about that. Do you get what I'm saying? So, I was like, I think I did one recording where I was talking on my ones, and then I put it on SoundCloud and that. And then flipping, I remember like I started doing some more of them. And then one day I was like, you know what, yeah? True, I'm doing like I was doing like a little radio show type thing. I was just putting it on SoundCloud and shit, yeah? And I had like resources. True, I just knew, man. Like I was flipping DJing all over the place and I was toying with artists and whatnot, yeah?
Yeah, because you was Angels DJ,
Angels, yeah.
So you kind of had the idea about putting podcasts and stuff on Spotify.
Yeah.
You kind of had the idea.
But even then though, like that time there, like I was doing a radio it was more like a radio format. But I was like, I had a section called phone check.
Right.
So like any artist that I knew, up and coming artists or whatnot, I just like hit them up or whatever, and I just chat to them for like 10 minutes or whatnot. You get what I'm saying?
Oh.
But I knew man from before. I've come from garage days and all of these type of things, so like, and just always been a fan of grime.
I remember DJ Chuckie.
Yeah.
I remember.
All
That's
of
what I'm
that.
trying to say. You was out there still.
So I was always like, I always kept in touch with people, but these times, yeah, there weren't no infrastructure the way that it was now. Everyone was just doing what they was doing for fun and love.
Yeah.
So true, I've kept in touch with enough people and that, and everyone's still on their grind. People are reachable. So I remember one time I thought, you know what, fuck it, you know. I was supposed to do Angel on the phone check, yeah? And I thought, you know what? Like, he was being long. I had Wiley's number, innit?
Wiley.
Yeah,
Big
so I
up
just
Wiley,
I texted him, and I was like, yo, it's Chuckie. Like, do you want to do an interview quick? So he was like, yeah, I'm in Cyprus. Like, I'll do it now. And I wasn't even ready, bro. I wasn't ready. But I was like, yeah, shit. I said, well, hold on 1 minute, yeah. Let me just pattern everything up, whatever.
Yeah.
And then we'll do it. So I set everything up. Then we just started talking. So my thing is never usually interview format. We just talk, innit? So we talked about the Red Bull Culture Clash and all of these type of things or whatnot. And the conversation was an hour long, yeah? And then I was thinking, I can't put this in the middle of a radio show because it's an hour's thing, innit? I thought, fuck it. I'm just going to put it on SoundCloud. Whoever listens to it, listens to it. And when I first put that up, yeah, there was enough people that were hitting me saying, do you know what? It's a bit long. Maybe you should cut it down to like 5-minute segments.
Whoa.
But my thing was, if you think if it's good, and you enjoy it, you're just going to listen to it. Do you know what I mean? And so like that mentality that people had then speaks to the fact that they didn't know about podcasts. They didn't know about conversations. Like they're so used to just normal interview format stuff. And our conversations a bit like, but then after that period, a lot of people started to like it. And then I wanted to do more. And then so I did Cashtastic when they removed him from the country. That was one of my favourite conversations to this day.
Oh, what, when he was in yard, yeah?
Yeah, so what happened, I spoke to him. Cashtastic was here, he got removed to Jamaica, I spoke to him, but he'd probably only been there for a week.
Okay.
You know what I mean? A week, 2 weeks, he'd
got his
been
fresh
there.
story.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So we just talked, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it was deep, bro. Because when he'd gone to Jamaica, he didn't know no one like that. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Is he back now?
Yeah, he's back. Yeah, he's
That's
back.
what I'm saying. I've been seeing this thing popping up.
Just
I was thinking, are they just letting him there for a bit, or is he back? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I did like a few more of them, whatnot, and then
big up Cash though.
Then I knew, then I knew Poet from before, something else that I used to do, And I just thought, I want to do this regular. Let me just shout him and just see if he's on it. So I said to him, yo, do you want to do like a podcast type thing? And he was like, well, yeah, but like to talk about what? And I was like, whatever, bro. Like we just vibe, innit? Then he was like, do you know what? Because I want to talk about this, that, and more. So then like, anyway, I found a studio, went there, we recorded one episode, and then he was like, oh, when do you want to do this again? So I said, we should do it next month. He said, nah, man, let's do it next week.
Imagine
300 eps in now.
Wow.
Imagine that. See this one here. You know when I started this here, you know I was gonna do it once a month.
Serious?
I was gonna do it once a month. Imagine that.
No.
But because we got good feedback, I thought I'll do it every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I ain't got to every week yet.
Oh, okay.
I ain't reached big man level yet. You get me? But
it's not easy.
you
Like,
get what I'm
trust
saying?
me,
That's a lot.
To do it every week, is
2
not
weeks
easy.
is mad.
It's hard. It's not easy.
So I know doing this every week. You get what I'm saying? With the guy what I'm working with, it's crazy.
Do you know how much?
It's mad. You're
you know
coming in there, you're seeing everything smash, you're in the hood. You've come in, you've realised where you are. It's not, you get what I'm saying? Everything, you get what I'm saying?
There's loads of different reasons
but we're working.
why it's difficult,
You know what I mean?
one is like one is the fact, you see so much podcasts start and stop. This is one of the reasons why, sometimes people hit me and say, yo, I just started a podcast, I beg you listen. And like more often than not, I won't. And the reason why, is because I don't want to be emotionally invested in what it is that you're doing, and you're not emotionally invested in what you're doing. So I'm checking for you, I like you and how you're talking and whatnot, and then a month's time I can't even see you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, show me that you're emotionally invested in what it is that you're doing. I'll sit and I'll listen to it, and then maybe I might fuck. Because what you find is, in where we're at now is people just like certain people. You know what I mean? So you might not even listen. Like, for example, I'll be more specific. I watch and listen to I Am Athlete. Right?
So do I.
Yeah, they're these guys. They're some American dons that used to play NFL. Black brothers.
Yeah.
I don't know shit about NFL. Bro. I don't know a single thing about NFL. But the way that these men speak are so relatable. Yeah. That like one of the first episodes I saw them talking about was money.
Yeah.
So they were discussing money and success and these things. So now when they're talking about NFL, I might not know it. But true, I checked for one of the brothers now. I listen to it and I'm learning. Do you get me? If they only did 1 ep or 2 eps now, I'm vexed now. Because I'm emotionally invested in this. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, man.
Yeah, now going back to the start of it all, because you see me, fam, it's like when we spoke, I thought you was from North for some reason, like a different part of North. So it's like, obviously, because I know Wikipedia goes mad and all that. So like, I just want to know, like, you know, where was you born? Where you from?
Am I on Wikipedia?
Bruv, I researched
That's
you.
mad.
I've researched you
there's
because
bare
I've been
things
doing
wrong
that.
about that.
Bruv, I'm going to tell you how much wrong, cuz right now you're worth 25 mil.
What?
Or what?
Serious?
Your net worth.
What?
You get what I'm saying? Your net worth.
Listen, let me tell you
I want to
something.
have a drink with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want to have a drink. You know what I mean? You're my pal. This is my pal. This is my pal. One said it was 1 mil.
Is it?
And one said 25 mil.
Serious?
And I thought, what? Hold on a minute.
See, listen, I got a deal that came
That's
to
why I
me
phoned you. I said,
one time,
Chuckie,
and I
are
said,
you definitely coming? I said, are you definitely coming? Because I thought, what's going on? Like, I didn't know.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? So, yeah, you've been doing your thing still.
Yeah.
Because anything between 1 and 25 I'll have. You know,
Trust me.
I'm cool with that.
100%.
But
wait, listen, the
Wikipedia.
podcast infrastructure right now is where it's at. Like, money can be made now. You get what I'm saying? I'll be honest with you. Sometimes when I record a pod, I rip off the label of the water. Because you know what? We mean something now, you know? We mean something.
Of course.
So you know what? Sometimes we can't always just be giving off the free promotion with things. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, going back, like, so I was born, I grew up early days in White City, yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
West.
Yeah, West Side. So, and then I moved to Norfolk when I was a youth, like when I was still a youth. And like these times now, like that area was a predominantly white area. So I've come from one to a different type of extreme.
One
you get what I'm
extreme
saying?
to another.
And the school that I went to was predominantly white.
How the fuck
Yeah.
was that?
Bruv, it was mad. Like it was mad, bro. Like my year was like the first year where things started to happen. Like, you know what I mean?
Were they being racist towards you? Did you find that?
There was like one situation in particular, where like I had some youth who was older. And imagine, when you're in year 7, a year 11 seems like a flipping big adult, innit?
Big man.
Yeah. So there was one year 11 that had said something to me, and I didn't at the time. I didn't really know how to deal with that, but I came from a big family, and I remember sitting down and talking to like some of my family about it, like a couple of my cousins and like some of my brethren and whatnot that was from my area and whatever, and they took that very seriously. So that situation was addressed, and once that was addressed.
Pattern.
Yeah. Then all of a sudden, I'm popular in school now. I'm popular in school. I've gone from having one little brethren and that now, and people now want to be my friend.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
It's like Skinny Man had to break dance.
Yeah, you understand what I'm saying?
You had to address that.
But you know, like it was one of them ones still, and I'm sure that he'll always remember that. I remember the brother still, but I had a brethren that like was into the same shit as me, and we was all like on the MCing thing or whatever. And like,
Or do you start off MCing, yeah?
Yeah, I started off MC. Well, you know what? To be fair, my dad was a sound man. So I grew up watching him leave the yard saying, "Rah, I'm playing out tonight." I used to always hear him say that I'm playing out tonight or whatever. I might have to stay at my grand's or whatever, And then, so like, he inspired me in some way. And I used to always be on my cousin's estate, White Flats, which was in Hanwell. And there was a brother called Jason Speed, who we used to always go to Jason Speed's yard to just fuck around on the decks or whatever. He had like bare brothers and that. My cousins and all of them used to live around there. But enough of them would leave and then I would stay there and he would teach me properly, right? So I learned how to DJ and then I was like the DJ and my crew had a crew called Fatal Attraction. So I was a DJ in it now. These men are like spitting bars and all of these type of things. And then I remember thinking to myself, these men are just chatting shit. Like, I can do that. I can chat shit. So I'm listening to the radio and that. Teeth in couple man's lyrics and that. You get what I'm saying? Teeth couple man's lyrics now. And I've gone back to where these lot are. Then I'm saying the lyrics that have teeth.
In a heavier way.
Yeah, exactly, And they're loving it. So now I'm like, I need to write my own shit down. But then there was an under 18, right? So imagine I'm still their DJ. I'm still the DJ to begin with, But then there used to be an under 18 that was going on and like, my brethren, like one of the guys that was in my crew used to always say, "Rah, like come." And I just wasn't on it. I don't know why. I just wasn't on it. Like, one particular Friday now I said, you know what, fuck it. I'll go. So I've gone with him. And then I remember thinking, right, like, it was mad. Like everyone's all dancing around. It just felt weird, So then like there was a MC on the stage and I just gone to the stage and I said, is it all right if I could like spit some bars in that?
So he's always confident then.
Yeah.
He's always bloody confident.
It was like, yeah, cool. They gave me the mic now, start chat 2 lyrics and that. Now the crowd's going mad, whatnot. So then the promoters asked me to come back regular and that's how I ended up, through that under 18, that's how I ended up meeting flipping Heartless Crew, DJ EZ,
Big up
So
Heartless,
Solid Crew.
Big up
Because
EZ.
these man, So Solid
Big
was
up
doing
So
their thing.
Solid.
So like Mega Man used to come regular, Asher D, Neutrino, these man or whatnot. So I started to know them, do you get what I'm saying? And they started to proper check for me. I always remember, I got a memory of a time where like being outside, Mega's outside in TT, and I'm chatting to Mega and that, and like my brethren couldn't believe it. Man's just outside talking to Mega Man and that. But I just knew these guys, innit? And so like I feel like anytime I was ever at a different under 18, they always remembered me. You know what I mean? And I always just stayed in touch with them and whatever and was super keen. So from then, I was like, you know what? I want to just do this music thing. And I ended up like, I was quite popular in my area. I didn't realize at the time I was popular. I think it's only until like years later when I look back, I realized like how much, because I'm thinking people are coming to this under 18, yeah? And when they go home, they're not thinking about me or anyone else. They're just doing their thing, innit? But nah, like when you go, the MC and the DJ is an important part of the whole thing.
Of course.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I just started building off that. But when grime was like really doing its thing, I loved grime, but I just didn't want to do that. I preferred watching them, and I reverted back to DJing. So I was like, you know, collecting dancehall music and flipping rap and whatever I could. And then also just looking at what we had, like, because I was always on that, like, who's doing what. Even though, like, certain areas had beef and all of these type of things, yeah, I was always on this thing of, like, the Americans and that are doing their thing. And I know that we all, there's issues and all this type of shit, yeah, but, man, we're kind of flipping, like, we're lit, though. I was just always just thought that. I always just thought, like, like, there's something special about what we're creating and what we're involved in. I just didn't know necessarily how to make the most of it at the time. I just always went with what I felt was the vibe for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I ended up watching the grime lot do their thing. See, like with the Eskimo dance, I used to DJ them. I used to do the R&B and hip hop set along with Double D Experience. And these men used to come on afterwards and start doing.
Was that before the Angel thing?
This was all before Angel, yeah. So I started building up my name as a DJ. And like now I'm doing things like mix CDs, yeah. See, when I'm doing the mix CDs, I don't want to just give someone a mix CD.
Yeah.
Because if I just give you a CD, you're going to listen to it and whatnot, but then that's just that. You might like it, but then you're not going to remember, man. So what I did was I got someone to design me a flyer, put my face on it and all of these things. And put my BB pin and all of that. And again,
BB, you know.
See, when I was doing this, yeah, I remember when I was giving out the CD, at first some people was like, like, look at him, he thinks he's this, he thinks he's that. Like,
and then now look.
It wasn't that, it was more of a thing of, I just wanted to give you something. If you enjoyed it, then you knew who did it. So that when you saw me, you could say, could I have another one?
Yeah, but I see bare of them started doing that hot step.
Everyone
Bare
does that
people
now.
started doing that afterwards. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, and then that became like a big thing with promoting raves. Yeah, so I was doing that. I was like doing a couple raves and whatnot. And I remember I used to see you, man, like, remember a couple times, yeah, Ministry. Be outside Ministry. I see spray outside Ministry.
Definitely saw us.
And this is the thing, yeah.
Definitely saw us outside and inside.
Outside and inside. I saw you lot doing madness outside. But yeah, anyway. Do you know what, yeah? I just was a fan of what the man them and that was doing. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, the best way to put it, yeah, is, see, like, if I bumped into an American rapper or whatever, it would never give me the same feeling that I would get if I saw a Jamaican artist. I remember when I first saw Buju Banton, that was in Skirt, blah. I'll tell you about that. But when I saw some of the other man them, even though some of them felt like my peers or they were local or whatever, it was more like, yeah, like, right, that's Dizzy. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, that's my man, that's whoever. Like, I was more on that than anything. So I wanted to be involved in it somehow, but I was just playing my little position by doing my raves or whatever and just trying to play man's music on my mix CDs and shit. You get what I'm saying? So I was outside the raves, flyering and whatnot. Ended up buying a CD duplicator because these times I'm just downloading one CD each time. So I'm like, oh, what? I could get a CD duplicator. 7, I can burn 7 in 3 minutes. I buy what? And it was $3. And I had an unproductive stage where I was doing certain things, innit? Yeah? So boom, I've bought one of them. And then I used to just I found a spot where they would sell wholesale blank CDs. Okay. So I would literally sit there for nights on end downloading thousands of CDs, yeah.
Big up Mike GLC, big
all
up
of them man were
big up
doing that,
Ruthless
yeah.
Records.
Yeah, them man was doing that. Oxford Street, Mike GLC, I used to see him outside there.
Ruthless was in Wembley.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I used to go outside anywhere that like there was a function, say like a ministry, or say like One Extra was doing like One Extra live or whatever. I always made sure that I was packed with CDs just to give them out. Carnival time. I'm a West man. Always at Carnival. I go to Carnival with thousands of CDs and just give them out.
Yeah, you're laughing.
Yeah, and
because that could end up anywhere.
Anywhere.
Exactly.
And my phone, because I had my BB pin and like my number and that on there, my phone used to just bang. So it was like, if I'm doing a rave now, I could use these people to tell them, rah, I'm doing my dance or whatever it is, and then they would come. So yeah, like that was sort of how I started to build my name and my brand as a DJ. And I was obviously doing marketing without realizing I'm doing marketing. I'm just going with how it feels to me. You get what I'm saying? And just trying to think a little bit ahead. So yeah, man.
Yeah, no, go on. Go on. That's what I'm saying. It takes a lot, man.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
people just see you, yeah. They might just, I don't know, see you doing your podcasting, and a lot of people think we just trip over these things, you know?
Yeah.
They don't realise the graft man actually had to put in to even get to
Exactly.
where you are at your desk.
Fam.
Do you know what I mean?
Hella graft.
Like,
And enough
that's
of us
a
was
lot.
grafting together as well. Like even I used to get T-shirts done, yeah. But I had a birthday dance one time. I'm like, yeah, I want to get some T-shirts done. I had a little logo or whatnot now.
Come
and
on.
I met this brother who had the connect for printing up T-shirts and whatnot. So I used to ask him, right, could you help me out with them, whatever? He was like, yeah, cool. But he used to always say to me, look, like I got my thing and that too. And I used to buy his T-shirts. I just buy them, support his thing or whatnot, yeah? Benja.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, he's flipping got a factory
Exactly.
Yeah,
and
he's
doing all
doing
these,
his thing,
and his thing's proper.
Exactly,
Do you understand what I'm
yeah.
saying? So
Big up
Yeah,
Jen.
all of that,
come
like,
on, big
all
up
of us
Jen,
were all
Benja.
just sort of-
Benja,
Yeah,
Holla,
man.
you get what I'm saying? See
All
what
of
I'm
us were
saying?
just doing
Got
our-
the reel of
doing
the
our
most,
thing. Right.
but
Exactly.
you can send on some tracksuits for me and Cream as well, cause we like Benja still.
Yeah, them man are proper.
Yeah, we like them still.
And you and like I remember when I first started going gym, yeah. I used to go fitness first or whatnot. I used to bang one of your mixtapes, bruv. Oh my god! When I tell you, yeah, that was all I used to listen to in the
Which
flipping
one?
gym. I must have been one of your first ones. One of your real
One or two probably.
it must have been the first one because I don't know. It must have been the first one because that was when I first heard of you anyway, and it was early. So are these things on Spotify, by the way? Now,
Nah.
no,
Because there was like copied beats.
yeah, copy beats,
American
yeah.
innit?
So yeah, it must have been your first one. And after that, I never saw anything of you or whatnot. I just used to hear your name and that, and that's why, like, when I then saw you outside, like raves and whatnot, I'm like, oh right, that's like, but why? What's he doing? Like, what's going on? You know, like it's one of them ones. Like, why? And then you start understanding there's bigger things at play and whatnot. So you just kind of let that. You get what I'm saying? But you're in a different space now. You know what I'm saying? Man's podcasting and that.
Yeah, come on, man. Man switched it up. You get me? Transferable skills. You get me? I'm out here shutting my gums like I'm shutting the grab. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, fam. So just transferred everything to try and just be legit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's, you know what, yeah? That's the hard... There should be a conversation about that, you know, because the 1 foot in, 1 foot out thing is... People, a lot of times, yeah, people speak from a place of like, but why don't you just? But why don't you just? And sometimes, yeah, when you're in the thick of things, it's so difficult to just say, you know what, yeah, like I'm just going to stop today. It doesn't
You
work
done
like
on
that.
one of the
you know what it
episodes,
is?
didn't you? I'm sure you spoke about that on
Yeah,
one of
yeah.
the episodes.
But the main subject today is karma.
Right.
So we're gonna get into that at some point because that's what I had to learn in order to, you know what I mean, progress.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because you know what I mean, I was doing some naughty stuff still.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? I left some people in their claret, so I had to end up in my claret.
Yeah,
You get
yeah,
what I'm saying? All
But I
of
think
that.
everyone, yeah, people hit their like spiritual awakening at different points of their life. You get what I'm saying? There's no set age, there's no set time. You know what I mean? Like we come from certain environments, have certain type of experiences and whatnot.
I
And there's
agree.
certain things, yeah, that are like, you know what? Even for you, yeah, some certain things was bigger than you.
Of course.
And hereditary things. Do you get what I'm saying? And elements of it is conditioning. So, you know what? It's like, it's hard to free your mind from stuff. But sometimes, yeah, the power is in them conversations. The power is in the like challenging things. Do you get what I'm saying? Like now, some of the conversations that me and some of my brethren have here are like very powerful conversations, but I'll sit down with certain man and I will ask them things just to see where they're at. You get what I'm saying? Like one thing I always ask man that like come from the streets or whatever, is like, now that you're at the stage that you're at, do you ever question some of the street codes that you just adopted?
Do you know what it is? I've never questioned the street codes because when I was in the streets, do you get what I'm trying to say? There were codes that man needed to follow. Do you get what I'm trying to say? As far, because it's like I even spoke about that, I think even in the last episode, like certain things I look at civilians different to like criminals, for instance, because it's like what I was saying, like, see, snitching, you can't call a civilian a snitch to
Definitely
me
not.
because you're not in the game, innit? Like, the police are there for you to phone. That's what you go to work and pay your taxes to pay the police so you can phone them when someone like me troubles you. Or do you get what I'm saying? God, not like me, but criminals. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Right,
So it's cool. But street codes, snitching to the streets, we're not supposed to do that. So it's like, just certain things I got in it. Because it's like...
But there's certain principles that I understand and I get and whatnot. But sometimes, like, I guess, like, we sometimes have to question, like, what is it that we're being loyal to? Like, what is it that we're being loyal to? That's the deeper question.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, what, like, you know, I was talking to Potter on a pod, and one question I asked him was like, what's your relationship like with loyalty? What's your experience like with loyalty? And like everyone has an interesting perspective of that. Like, I think that when you come from a certain place, sometimes you feel like all the people that you have around you are the most loyal, but then like a lot of people are loyal to their own interests, really. Do you get what I'm saying?
Of course, and you get to learn who to separate who and who. You get me? Life teaches you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's like, even with my situation, I had to go through that to teach me certain things. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, but with me, it's always been, as far as like my friends and family, it's always blind loyalty.
Right.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, it's like I'm blindly loyal. Because it's like, with certain people, that's why I'm saying family and all that. I could not be chat. Me and my brother could not chat for how long. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And let something, I'm there fast.
Right.
Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like, and when I say brother, that goes with, because it's like I ain't got friends. Like certain friends, that's my brother. So it's
like some of your brethren are your brother. Basically.
Yeah, that's
same,
my brother.
Same.
I ain't got friends. I don't, because friends is dangerous. Friends turn to enemies, they're dangerous. So it's like, if I see you as my brother, like I said, it's the same thing as with my brother, blood brother.
Yeah.
We cannot be talking or whatever, but if you're my brother,
then you're there.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? I'm there, you get me? But even with you know, with progressing and life and all that, like I've even lost couple kind of friends, not lost them, but I'm not talking to a few friends because of certain things, like even down to like when I reposted Lippy's thing and Chuckie was saying something, and I reposted and I had like a little backlash or whatever, you get me? Like a couple man didn't like it. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But my whole thing with that was like, okay, but the people that I speak to are cool with it type of thing, and it's like, I'm just doing what I'm doing. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So it's like,
and you don't have to always defend that though.
No, but it wasn't even a conversation of defense. It was a man showing that they didn't like something.
But that's all right.
My whole thing is like, okay, I get it. But at this time of my life and this stage of my life, I just like, with the whole tunnel vision thing, like, I'm just gonna do what I'm doing. I'll never, like I said, street codes. I was cool with that on the streets. I'm cool. I'm still in the streets. I haven't moved off the streets.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? So therefore, my street codes is still the same. As for instance, that's why I'm sitting there and everyone's free and I got scars. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because my street codes is to the T. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, do you know what I mean?
But there's enough things to reflect on that. There's enough things to reflect on and that, innit? When you start growing up and that, and you have family, you got kids and that. Yeah, I think. Do you know what I'm seeing now? Yeah. Remember, again, I'm a fan of a lot of different things and watched a lot of different people in that. To me now, I feel like I'm seeing a lot of my elders or people that are around my age group and that, that are in stages now where they actually don't want to die now. Because man have families, people have different types of interests and that. But also, yeah, there's a history of things that have happened or whatnot, but we're in different spaces now. Do you get what I'm saying? And I like that. I do like the fact that now there's, you know, certain people are like kind of trying to step away and do what they feel is right for them. But I think that like the power though, ultimately, even in doing podcasts and having conversations out loud, is talking about that change and that transition, but also questioning, again, like some of the things that we may have been loyal to at certain points or that we might have experienced, because sometimes there's certain things when you deep it's like, right, like what is it really about? What is it?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
But you know what it is as well? Because even now, as we've gotten older and all that, I see it with the kids. Because it's like, I know because I've been there.
Yeah.
Like, see, when you're just not in a nice place, you don't know what's going on, yeah? Because I remember there was a point in my life, like, literally, yeah, I wouldn't give a shit if I died.
Right.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? There's actually a point I remember in my brain when I was out there.
Yeah, I heard you talking a little bit.
Boom, boom, boom. Do you get what I'm saying? So I didn't care. So I know they bear youths.
Is that a true... Wait,
bear
can we unpack that a tiny bit, yeah? When you say you don't...
I didn't.
Because enough man say, I don't give a...
No, I didn't. 100% didn't. Because I remember my mentality.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? At that stage of my life. So I know how they're thinking. Do you get what I'm saying? A lot of these kids, that's why they don't care. Do you get what I'm saying? I remember at a stage, I don't care. If I go to jail, I'll do that. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I'll just do that.
Yeah.
I've been there from a little kid, so I'll do that.
Yeah.
But I don't want to go.
Yeah.
That's the difference. I don't want to go, but I'll do it. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like, the things what man used to do coming up, blood. I would even dream about doing it now. Like certain things.
I think that,
I remember when kidnappings there was an element
like,
where kidnappings in
madness.
my area was mad. I'll go into that in a bit, but go on, you were saying?
I reckon that the reason why you stay loyal to that is because you're on the inside. You know, like it's when you're looking at it from the outside in, it's so easy to look at it and say, why are you loyal to this or whatever? But when you're actually in that and those are your peers, that's who you're going to be loyal to, because you're also going to want that loyalty back.
Facts.
So that's what's going to keep you lot going. The fact that you lot remain, you say that you remain loyal to one another. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, definitely.
I think it's important for like to keep. You know what it is, yeah. See, like with my youngers and my little brother and all of that, yeah. I always show them, yo, I am never ever going to tell you what to do. I'm never going to tell you what to do, but I got some information in it, and like it could help you, but it's just completely up to you and how you see things and whatnot, and you're gonna have to make your own mistakes or whatnot. So I like talk to him a lot about things that I've learned, and I talk to him a lot about my perspective on you know, things like loyalty and road and love and gal and all of these type of things, and just give that information for him so that when he goes outside, he's got it in his mind, but he will do whatever it is that he's doing, and whatever is supposed to happen is going to happen. You get what I'm saying? I think it's good to like have to in some way raise someone to almost be a free spirit without thinking that, you know what, I have to do this or I have to do that or I have to. You get what I'm saying? Like, because we don't have to, but they're right. We grow up in certain areas and feel like there's certain things that we need to do.
But a lot of shit just didn't even matter. Do you know what I mean? A lot of shit didn't matter. But it's like, when you get older, that's when you clock. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So it's like, you have to go through things, innit? How much
of our lives do you think we are in control of? Because I think that is still attached to karma a bit. You see, like, obviously we have the concept of karma, right? If I do my man wrong, then I might go outside and someone's going to do me wrong. But how much of that, like, how much of our lives do you think that we really control?
I think the more you know that what you're doing is wrong, like the more your innocence kind of is gone. You know, like when you're a child, everything's kind of based off of your environment, what you see, like what your parents have showed you and things like that. Once you start getting older and you know that when you're in it and you don't care about it, it's like when someone's an addict to something and they actually haven't admitted yet. I feel like sometimes when you know that you're actually doing something wrong, your intention is wrong, like you know that it's wrong, you're all right with that. That's when I think.
Yeah, I think you're in control of it still. More time. 100% of the time. Because it's you in it. But it's just a lot of the times you just don't realise it. Because it's like there was a stage where man just don't realise it, innit? And you're working off emotions.
Yeah,
you know what I'm trying to say? So it's like you have to learn how to control your emotions, innit? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As a man, do you get what I'm saying? That's how I used to go to just work off my emotions. I still do it sometimes. Like, man would just press my button and just draw me out and I have to feel, oh, no, man, I went mad. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it's like, it's working off emotions as well, like, and learning how to just, because karma's a serious thing. I think we might as well just go into the karma thing.
Yeah, see with karma
Go into the karma thing and then we do current affairs.
Yeah.
Because it's like...
You see with karma though, yeah, for me, I don't do things, like I don't do good things hoping that good is going to come back to me. I just do the good thing because I think that is the right thing to do in that moment in time. Do you get what I'm saying? Even with bad things, like in times where, you know, I had a time where which I refer to my unproductive stage where I was doing certain things or whatever, yeah? And like, there was a time where I was thinking, like, I do feel like I'm like contributing to mashing up the community a piece. You get what I'm saying? Because like even though I'm providing a service and they're adults, I'm still like, should I be, and then how is this gonna come back to reflect? How is it gonna impact my life?
So basically it's like when you started to realise that what you're doing is wrong. In the beginning, your mind's not there, you're just thinking, oh, this is extra money.
Listen,
you're just doing it.
It's just lit.
Yeah, so you're not thinking of that.
I'm looking at some of my older family members or whatever, and the life. And this is the thing, yeah.
Like, but I also believe though it's intentions as well. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I also believe it's intentions because you have some people, you have some people, they're jugging, and it's like their intentions of this jug is, I'm going to get the Rolex, I'm going to get this. That's their intention. Do you get what I'm saying? But then you have man that's jugging that, I'm going to get my mama this, I'm going to get us out of the hood. And you see with intentions, because it's like, with that obviously selling drugs, that I went to jail for selling drugs, So it's like, I get it, it's wrong and all that, but I just go back to that. If I didn't do it, a next man was
going to do it. Yeah,
do you get it's a service that's going to get done, and it's supply and demand.
Man's drinking. You understand what I'm saying? Man's drinking these things.
It's supply and demand.
It's a drug as well. You get me?
It's supply and demand. I'm not forcing it on no one. So I always used to look at it like that. Even as a kid, when they used to send me on all these courses, but I'm thinking, They phone me. I don't phone it. They phone me. I always used to look at it like that, but they phone me. Like, they know I've got it. You phone me, I deliver. And I've used these transferable skills to sell my clothes. They phone me. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm trying to say? So without knowing it, the little juggers, they're out of their little businessmen. But they've just got a product what's illegal. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
But with the karma side of it, that only entered my mind for a little piece.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what will save the karma, save the bad karma, depending on your intentions.
Right.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
My intentions, though, was the fact that, like, I'm ambitious. So, like, I was always on the thing of, I knew that I wanted to be involved in music. I knew that I wanted to be involved in something that was not so much this. You know what I mean? Like, I've never even really spoke about this type of stuff before, but I'll tell you, I remember there was one summer, I was having a real good summer. And I've gone to my connect. My connect's come to me and said, instead of having that, have this. And I was like, nah. Because I was never trying to be the, I'm trying.
John got it.
Yeah, I never try. I just wanted to, I was just that, but I wanted to go and do music. I wanted to, wherever I could play music, I wanted to do that. Wherever I could do a rave, I wanted to do that. I wanted to just, I just wanted to focus on that.
I would have lined him. I would have lined him still. I would have lined him. What?
So my intentions was that. So the karma side of it was only a small part of what like entered my mind. But today, bro, as I said to you, like, I know that for a lot of people, it's and some people, the concept of karma is good because it will make them do good things. But I think sometimes, like, someone doing good things and having bad intentions is, like, I don't know how I feel about that. Doing good things and having the right intention is a lot more pure, but then at the same time, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. But and then also it's the same with doing the wrong thing. But for me, I just go with my vibe, innit? Like, does this feel like the right thing to do? And you know what? Let me be honest with you. Sometimes it feels like the wrong thing to do, but you know what? I'm doing it anyway because I just feel like, you know what? Fuck it. It could be like a girl, innit? Like, you know what? Nah, this is not really and not nothing illegal, by the way. But like a grown woman. Yeah, but it could be some type of temptation or whatever. And I think, I know I shouldn't.
That would be too crazy. I just realised what you said. I said, you had to say, that would have been
you understand what I'm saying? Man could
too outrageous.
Yeah,
like man
would have taken a clip now and then put me next to
that would have been too crazy.
But yeah, I might say to myself, you know what? Yeah, this is not the right thing to do.
D-Lux can't even look right now because he knows. I was elsewhere. I clocked too late.
Hey,
what
did the man say? Cancel, you know?
No, but you even had to make sure you...
Yeah. Right.
Yo, nothing illegal.
Nothing illegal. Woman.
Disclaimer.
Right. But I might think, nah, you know what? This is not really... Like, but you know what? Sure. It's a vibe, innit? I'm going and I'm doing that. And I'll whatever it is. But yeah, this is what it is, isn't it?
But what do you think makes people start to understand karma or be aware of karma? Do you think it's because of where they are in their life? So like if things are going wrong and then they now have to self-reflect and see like, right, this is what is causing this. Or if they notice that no matter what they're doing, they just know that God's always got them. I know I always come out the thing, so this must be working. And they see people around them doing other stuff and they realise your karma is because of for me, I think that the root of or the concept of karma and where it stems from is probably rooted somewhere in religion and a belief system that a group of people had.
I think it's Buddhism. I think
maybe so. And then so over time, you know, more like it's grown and that mentality has grown a bit. But then I think now it's lost a little bit because you still have people that do certain stuff in the name of their religion or whatever, and like they believe in karma and stuff from that perspective. But I think now, like sometimes for a lot of people, when the times that they start looking at karma is when bad things start happening to them. Do you get what I'm saying? Something bad happens to them or a series of bad things happen to them, and then they start thinking shit like, I wonder if it is some type of karma or whatever it may be. And that's interesting to me because usually if it's a person who's not necessarily religious that has a concept of karma and it's where when it first enters their mindset, it's never usually from like a good place. It's never like, oh shit, like I just found money on the or someone just did something for me. That must have been something that I did some good karma or whatever. But no, I just think that a lot of it comes from.
I agree with you with the belief system because people that have like a strong spiritual belief, they understand karma more. They know like the way in which you live your life is the way in which the universe is going to reward you. Do you know what I mean?
But you know what I think as well? Because see how even I used to think like fuck karma. Do you get what I'm saying? I swear down, I used to think like fuck karma. I got gunshot for karma. Do you get what I'm saying? So I know. You have to grow up as well. Like there's things you got to go through to even learn that this is, definitely these youths, what's going on around there, stabbing up everything, chopping everything, that there's things they need to learn.
Right.
Like to even understand. Right. Because there's a point where you don't even, it's like, I don't know, you're so clouded, you don't even think like that bad mind thing I just done where I just lined up that person that trusted me with that. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because I remember growing up, man's done so much bad mind shit, like, not bad, like, you know, like people that trusted me or whatever, and then, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you've done whatever.
Good.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, type of thing. A man's this, whatever, I made P or whatever, but it's just for P, but at that time, you're not thinking that this is going to come back on you, you dickhead. Yeah. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because that person trusted you.
Is it karma though, or is it the game?
That person trusted you. No, it's not even the game.
No,
it's karma. It's karma. Karma
is that person trusted where you end up.
The game, if it was the game, they deserve that. That's the game. They should know the game. That's as far as the game's concerned. I've done nothing wrong. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's the thing. If you follow the game will get you bad karma because you're following the rules of the game.
Yeah.
Not knowing that the rules of the game is going to still get you bad karma.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because that's the rules of the game. You're in the game. You're shotting. You're shotting, so I can peel you.
Yeah,
if you
for-
don't know if you're not on your ones and twos, because that's the game.
But the thing is though,
Because it's
karma is
clearly
a
not my proper brethren.
but also clearly karma is a complex thing though, because you can go through your whole life, doing what you thought was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Remember, bearing in mind, certain things where people think is the right thing or the wrong thing is subjective as well, yeah? And that can even be a cultural thing too. I could be doing something in my culture or whatever that is the most righteous thing ever, and then somewhere in a different part of the world, that's the wrong thing. So I mean, that opens up another conversation about actually who truly defines good and evil. But we'll start podding on that maybe next time. but with that being said, you could probably do what you believe is the right thing to do throughout your whole life. But then towards the end of your life, you could actually die a horrible death. So then what happens then?
But that's going into
it
something
depends
else.
if
Because it's like, not like that, but was your people, then was your bloodline, how was they dealing with life? Like,
do you mean?
it's as deep as that.
Yeah,
You get what I'm
but
trying
then,
to say?
so what? So
'Cause it's like-
someone that did something, someone that is like maybe, okay, all right.
It's so deep. Like,
So,
you know
like,
what I'm trying
you
to
could
say?
be a
Like,
part
I
of
need
the family.
you need, like, why I'm glad that I understand karma now, I feel like I do,
Go.
is because I've got, like you said, I've got a son.
Right.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? And you don't realize even your family, like you could be doing bad things, but that's falling on them. Like that's because that's gonna hurt you.
Yeah.
So it's
but
still
you-
gonna.
But also
it's
understand
gonna-
this.
Do you know what I
yeah?
mean?
You could, and this might be difficult to understand because we live in the society that we live in, yeah. But you could also be doing what you think is the right thing,
Yeah, of course.
and it fall onto them,
Of course.
But it
No,
be
but
bad.
no.
but and it be bad for them, and it falls onto them.
No, but
does that
that's-
make sense?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but then you're very stupid. Do you get what I'm saying? For you to think that was the right thing, do you get what I'm trying to say, Carl? I can. It's, like, do you know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm just gifted, but I can define right from wrong.
Yeah. From,
I've had a conscience, but I just fuck that.
right,
type
and
of thing.
I believe
More
that we
fuck
could do that
you know what I
too,
mean?
yeah.
It's
But
more
what
fuck
I'm
that.
doing is is
Like,
I'm
you know
opening
you're
up-
doing wrong. Like every time I've done wrong, I haven't done wrong thinking
You
I'm doing
felt it.
right.
Yeah, you
no,
felt
but-
it.
No, I just
You
know.
know
I know. I
as
don't
well.
care.
But
I didn't
okay,
care.
open it up
Do you
like
get what I'm
this,
saying?
though.
There's a difference between caring and not care. I didn't care.
We
Do you
live,
get what I'm
yeah,
saying?
we live in
Like these kids, they don't care.
yeah, facts.
Do you know what I mean?
But
They know they're doing
we live
wrong.
in like what is it, 2021, yeah. So there's in terms of numbers, it's 2021 years. Even though we can all say that there's been a lot more years before that, yeah.
I'll give you
So
a
could
joke
you
for the sake.
imagine, yeah, that like 2,000 years ago, there were things that people thought were right, yeah, back then, and some things that people thought were wrong,
Yeah.
And then we can now,
Okay.
2,000 years later, look back and say, nah, that was wrong. So
Okay,
I'll be
okay,
specific. There would have been a time where there would have been men that would have been marrying an 11-year-old. And to them,
Yeah.
that is like that's their
cool.
culture. They've been doing that for hundreds of years. That was normal for them. But in our time now, we look back and say that is an absolute madness. Yeah. What if you do that? Karma's coming to lick you back in your forehead. What are you talking about? But at a time, though,
That's
that was
crazy
right.
now,
Yeah.
still.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's mad
deep,
now,
it's deep,
still.
bro. So
That's
it's
mad
a
now,
deep
still.
I feel
one.
like
so where
each-
does it?
I feel like each times like
Sorry.
each time has its
That's bad.
has its set a law of the land.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So you kind of have to go by that.
So when does
Do you get me?
how does it change though? Because remember, the change is gradual. Like this isn't
Okay,
the change.
Matt.
Remember, the change don't just happen tomorrow. The change is a gradual change over hundreds of years. Do you get what I'm saying? So there's a grey area period which we could be in now. Remember, there's certain things that we think is
I hear
right
you.
now. You know,
It's like
Someone might
before,
turn around and say, right.
back in the day, we used to think being gay is mental. Yeah,
Right.
my mum, everyone,
Right.
That's
They thought it
crazy.
was the devil's work.
That's mad. They used to send them mental institution.
Yeah.
Not too long ago, they used to go madhouse for being gay.
go jail on that. Yeah.
They send you madhouse because there's something wrong with your brain. That's
Yeah.
what they're thinking. Yeah. Now,
It's different.
so I get you.
Right. And do you know
I
what
get
it is as well? So, because remember, you said that was like it's recent.
Yeah,
It's not even that long ago.
That's 70s or something.
Right. So think about all of the years before that where that was considered wrong. Do you get what I'm
Like
saying?
Shakespeare days and
So
all that.
yeah, it's like it's a deep
Going
one
mad.
because like we could be in the grey area now. People in 2,000 years' time might turn around and say, "Right, them not used to eat salmon, Taraska. We talking about them man that
Yeah.
ate salmon and
Yeah.
jerk chicken and that. What?
Mad thing.
That's crazy. easy.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
Because even when you look at the music, when you listen to the music, what like our parents, like not our parents, but our grandparents listen to, we wouldn't listen to that. Well, we would, but not like going raving.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
But
They
Karma
say
didn't.
oh, sorry, go on.
Yeah, so basing it on that, it's interesting how karma then is judged. Do you get me? It's multi-layered. But again, for me, I just go by what I feel is right and what I feel is wrong. And I also understand and accept the fact that, like, for me, what I feel is right and what I feel is wrong, you might feel different. And sometimes that's okay. Sometimes that's all right.
I think karma is an individual thing. It's a personal thing. That's what I think. Like, I don't think it's all rounded. Like, I just think it's a personal thing. It's the choices that you make, the way in which you live your life, and how you know, your, what's it called? Your thing to the universe, like what you contributed.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you live your life and what you contribute to the universe is just loads of things, you've caused sorrow, you've caused people harm, you've made all these bad. Do you understand what I'm saying? Your karma isn't going to be good. And then everything that you love, you might have a child, and everything that you love, like the universe will find something that you cherish, and you might get it that way.
Isn't
Do you
that
understand
evil,
what I'm saying?
Isn't that evil?
No, I think that's
like-
your.
Because you know why that could be seen?
Go on.
The reason why it could be seen as that. No, I shouldn't say evil. That's strong. But it's a bit bad mind. The reason why it's a bit bad mind, is because imagine, like my great granddad
So I get what
did
you're
a
saying.
madness.
And it's nothing to do with you.
No, let me think this,
It's nothing to do with you.
So
It's your
exactly.
granddad that
So,
went
like,
mad. You get what I'm saying?
my great grandmother's still alive. She's 103
Oh,
years
bro,
old.
you know what? Sorry, but
Yeah, don't.
Condolences.
Nah, man, it's cool.
yeah, I know.
Sorry.
My great grandmother's 103 years old. Yeah, right. She's got a picture in her house of her mum, which would have been her mum and dad, which would be my great granddad and grandmother. Yeah, but at a time, my great grandmother remembered her great granddad, who was a slave owner. Yeah, so now imagine if he's a slave owner. So he's obviously done a whole load of fuckery now. Do you get what I'm saying? Right? Which he thinks is right. Some of it. Right? So now, true through his fuckery, now it lands on my shoulders and I ain't even done that.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Now I'm living a whole life of a crud. And I didn't even, that was my great. It's all mad, bro.
It's mad.
But
It could,
what is the ultimate prize for good karma?
is where you go when you pass.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. So now, there's certain men, that think that, how can I say this in more specific terms? There's certain men that do cause harm on people, maybe even in in the name of their religion or the name of their God or whatnot, because they may truly believe that there is a group of people that are affecting the law of the land maybe, or their religion. And so with that, they might go out and do a complete madness, genuinely believing that at some point, that once they do that madness and they die, say they do a madness to themselves and that which hurts people, that they are going to get to the place of that good place, And so, like, for me, in my mind, when I challenge my thought on that, I think to myself, like, let's just say this place exists, Does the Most High say, yo, that was fuckery, you can't come in here? But in his mind, he genuinely believed he was doing the right thing. Or do you turn around and say, you know what, you were misguided, your environment and your circumstances and the people that you had around you influenced your brain. So you know what, come true. But remember, he's wigged.
I would say, like, it would
depends on what
depend.
he done.
If he was
Yeah.
mentally challenged,
It depends on
then
what he's
fair
done.
enough. If he was a child, so he was innocent and, he didn't have enough time in the world to figure out the matrix, which is life. Do you understand? Like, that's why we deal with energies. People want to protect their energy and
100.
stuff. Everybody's working to become their higher self, innit?
100.
Do you get what I mean? So that means we're all believing in some form of karma because you feel like charged up. When you do things, there's like a thing that you get inside of your body. Like, it's an energy, isn't it?
Yeah,
Do you understand what I'm saying? So like, I just feel like when you pass on, depending on what you've done, you have to answer.
You have to answer.
You have to answer to.
I'm
Yeah,
comfortable
I think
with
with
mine
what
still.
I don't know, with what you were saying, it just sounded like more of a religious thing. If it's in that case, like if that's what you meant.
I was just giving
Oh
an
no, but
example.
I'm just thinking if it's like they're doing it on a religious basis, like they're doing it for their God, and it depends on what they're doing. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Who are they doing it to? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Type of thing to me, because as far as war is concerned, war is war.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? There's like
But
we got our
war
soldiers.
like,
Like,
impacts people that have nothing to do with
British
it.
soldiers killing. Like we don't know what's going on the world world, but understand that soldiers are like, you know what I'm saying. Every soldier as well. Like whether it be from whatever country, they're licking. Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? And we're just here, we're living life. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But we don't know what's going on, why people are doing things. As far as like, that's what I'm saying. Like innocent people, like. To me, that's just wrong. And do you know what I mean? That you get your karma from that. But then, you know, war is war, innit?
Yeah,
We don't realise we're in a country that's at war. Like,
Yeah.
So it's like when things reach us, we forget, innit?
right.
That we're at war. We're just cool. Living
I'm
life.
always like, one thing that I'm always doing is I'm always challenging my thoughts. You get what I'm saying? I feel something and I understand certain things, but I do challenge it sometimes. And like, sometimes you have to be careful with that because you just end up going down some mad
I was
rabbit
about
hole.
to say, and I remember a lot of people, sorry, to me anyway, like you said, they get things twisted.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? And they think doing certain things is right.
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
not even right.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
So I get
yeah.
what you're
Exactly.
saying in that
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
Sometimes,
you know, like,
remember-
as far as that Manchester bombing, that's wrong.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Going and blowing
But
up
to
people in
some people,
Manchester,
that's right.
wrong. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
To some people, that's genuinely
Yeah,
right.
because war is at war. War is war, innit?
Yeah.
Type of thing.
If you genuinely believe that is like, you can come from a place where you
But to
actually
me,
genuinely
I would
believe
say
that is right.
go and blow up some soldiers or go to a police station. No, but I just wouldn't. Do you
Yeah.
get what I'm trying to say? That's just me. Like if it's, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So the reason why I mention that is because it opens up like what karma actually really does and what it means. For me, I'm aware of it. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm aware of it. But again, like going back to what I said originally, most of what I'm doing is I just do from where I feel what I feel is right for me, and what I feel is right for everyone else, or whatever it may be, and how it feels. Do you get what I'm saying? When I do good things for good people, it does feel good.
It does.
You get what I'm saying? Like it feels really good. And I don't do it for any type of clout or for any type of for the Most High to say, you know what, yeah, bro, like you smash. I do it because I think, no, that's you know what. Certain times I, you know what I mean, driving my car, or whatever, I'm going wherever I'm going, and I'm getting some food. I see a man outside. You know what, chat? Like, come. Do you get what I'm saying? Take whatever what it is you want. It's not a filming thing. It's not. I just do it because in that moment it feels like it's the right thing to do. Actually, there's a brother that he's always outside Griffith train station. Yeah, one day my spirit said to me, you know what? Go and get him some food. So I said to him, he was asking for like some money. I said, you know what? Are you hungry? He said, yeah. So I've taken him to the chicken shop now. Yeah, I said, get what you want. When I tell you this man ordered the whole class shop, yeah, which was cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I knew you're not eating all. You can't eat all of that. Yeah, man was getting hella burgers, hella chicken, beer, chips, enough drink.
That's because he must have thought he weren't getting that again.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, I know if you ain't eaten for a while, yeah, you know your stomach shrinks anyway. So your eyes bigger than your belly.
Yeah,
it's one burger, you're done.
that's-
Yeah, but it's cool. So I've done that
Okay,
for
you're
him.
gonna
whatever.
eat the rest later.
Right. Then I've seen him like a couple of days later, yeah, and like so I've said hello to him, but I'm blank to him. He don't even remember, man. He's just on his whole thing or whatnot. But I thought, yeah, man, like, no way, you know what? Come again, bro. You know what I'm saying? Come, let's go and get some food again. He's probably thinking I'm a different Don. But at the time, it felt good for me to do that. And on top of that, I had a lot of things that were going on in my life that was very difficult for me. Yeah, so like, yeah, there was a lot of certain things that were happening in my life at the time. So I felt like I just needed, like, it was good for me to balance out my emotions and them things. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, now I see JME on me. Do you think, I can't remember what he done. He done something good, though. Something like that. Because I see Mike GLC commented, big up Mike. He was like, yeah, one time JME, he see JME and Nando's with him and his son. and like his son just passed the test or something.
Yeah.
And Jamie was like, congratulated him and, bought them food and all that. So, yeah.
Yeah, do you know what, yeah? Like, I love that brother. And one of the reasons why I check for him so much here is that, like, he is the epitome and a proper example of a free thinker. Like, he's a free thinker.
Now, big up JME, man.
Like, he's a person who just, like, he does what he wants to do.
No.
He's not a conformist.
Yeah,
you
not
know
at
what I'm
all.
saying?
Not at all.
He's not a conformist in that.
Not at all.
And I think that's one thing I think, yeah, that we, if anything, should try to teach people to be is to free think.
Yeah, he's not a
You get me?
sheep.
Yeah.
To free think.
He's not a sheep, but he's very...
Yeah, I think
Very
it's
smart.
really important to tell people to be yourself, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Brother, it's tiring. You know when you're trying to be something else? It's exhausting. It's exhausting.
I could imagine.
Brother, like, it's easier for you to just be what that
Definitely.
is. See what you see in the mirror and that. Be that guy, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, like not everyone wants to be able to
Exactly.
deal with the fucking you know what? People like the idea of being certain people like the idea of having the gangsterism that you have. But you know what they don't want? What comes with that.
it. Exactly.
They can't
They're
deal
not
with
ready
that.
for it.
Yeah,
They're not
certain
ready
people
for
even
it.
like certain gal, for example, as well. Like the idea of being in a relationship with that.
Yeah, they're
but
not
you know
ready
what?
for
They
that.
can't deal with what comes with
with
that.
it.
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
not just like the movie, like what you see in flipping. Like there's things that are
I
really
see a thing
happening.
the other day. I see it in America. Some guy, it was on Facebook Live or it was on Go Live. One gal was rolling, boom, and they emptied out the clip on the ute next to her and all that.
Yeah,
And
it's
all
mad.
that. So yeah.
I want to hear more stories from like the gal them that were going through that were in that. Just even if they weren't in it, but just from like being in a relationship, like
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because you have a perspective from things too. Because you're having to deal with the stress that your guys coming home
Yeah,
with.
that's like my
Yeah.
baby.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
My baby
You're
mother
having
had to
to
deal with a bare thing.
right, and
Do
you know
what I'm
what? More time, you lot are deep on the front line because you're having to might have to hold something, or you know what I'm saying, or you might have to go outside and confront something or talk to because you're known as the girl that might be able to. You understand what I'm saying? There's just so much different things about that. Like yeah, man, it's a real complex thing.
Yeah.
It's a real complex thing, boy. It's
is,
multi-layered,
definitely.
boy.
But that's even calmer as well. Like, do you know what I mean? That's gonna fall back, you know what I mean, on the guy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for
Do
real.
you know what I mean?
I know a girl went jail like because flipping, what was it? Her, one of her guys or whatnot left a whole bag of things in the yard and whatnot, and then now the door gets kicked off. Now she's got a ute. She ends up flipping. She ends up going to jail, but her saving grace was that like she had a lot of traumatic things that had happened to her when she was young. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So they played a part in her case or whatnot. But imagine, so she didn't do that long. I think she did like about a year and a half or something like that. But that's a long time away from a newborn baby. Do you know what I mean? And what you're coming out, you don't even know if you're gonna have your ute back again.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, there's stories, man. There's stories,
There
boy.
is.
But if karma, as you said, you know, if that thing really hits, then you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what's going to happen to my man? God knows.
With karma, I just think it's just a simple thing, like, good deeds over bad deeds, you know what I mean? Like, what you put out is what you get, you know?
Because karma
Literally.
sometimes, I reckon, can be who you end up with.
What do you mean?
Like, karma can be like who you end up with, the person that you end up with.
Oh, what, like a relationship
Yeah.
or like...
Yeah, it can become like even with like a relationship.
That's deep, you know?
Do you know what I mean?
That's deep. Because
Yeah, like,
it's deep because it's like, sometimes, yeah, again, it's like, does that person necessarily deserve that? Because some people go through a
no, but you know what it
fucking...
is? That
Some
just
people
might be
go
your
through some
karma.
No, but it
That just might be a
might
karma.
be.
Okay, let me ask you
But it might
this.
not.
I brought this up on the pod recently, yeah, and I remember like there was like a heated discussion on it, yeah, but I can't even remember how the dynamic went, but I'll just bring it up to you, yeah. So we was talking about free will, innit?
Oh, yeah.
So we have like the idea of free will. We can do what we want and whenever we want, yeah. But then why is it that our free will, yeah, if God gave us free will, or the Most High gave us free will, why is it that we're allowed for our free will to impact somebody who don't have the capability to defend themselves? So like, I have the Most High's given me free will, right? I can go outside, I can do whatever I want with that free will, yeah? But with that free will, I can now go and do a madness to a youth, yeah? Now, you can say, I'm going to go to hell for that.
He put out consequences.
Yeah, I'm going to go to hell for that. And I'm going to get dealt with for that, yeah? Because I have to answer for my actions, innit?
Yeah.
But you know what? The reality was, I hit a youth. And what I did to that youth has now, could affect this youth for the rest of his life. Why is it that I am allowed to do that? This is not me saying that I don't believe in the Most High, by the way. It's just, this is just me questioning and challenging my thoughts. Like, why is it? Like, sometimes I see certain things happening to certain people and I'm like, it's a bit different if it's a 50-50 and it's fair. If now someone comes to me and confronts me in a certain way, and this is a fair exchange here, so I've got a fair shot at being able to handle that and deal with that, that's a different argument. But sometimes there's certain things that you are not able to control.
Because life isn't fair.
Now, see with me,
Do you understand? Life itself ain't fair. You're expecting everything to be good. Do you understand? There's bad and there's good. It's your karma is what you've done. You've been given free will. Just like when Eve ate the apple. Do you understand? You've been given, exactly.
Ate the Ross cut. And what else did she eat?
And then now, consequences.
Bananas and these types. You understand what I'm saying?
And then now consequences.
Yeah.
Do you get it? So life isn't fair. The world isn't fair.
See me, yeah, I just got to a stage where I stopped asking why. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? I stopped asking why because I understood why. Do you know what I mean? Like, the world is the world type of thing. So you have, once you get in tuned to what's going on, do you get what I'm trying to say? Then you clock it. Do you get what I'm saying? So I got in tuned, like, I stopped asking why. Do you know what I mean? Because why this, why that? But you know what?
Because we ain't the world, we're just in it.
I just believe, boom, boom, boom. Because like you said, in it, it's like religious in it. Like, I'm Muslim, so I believe in what I believe. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm trying to say? So I trust in that belief.
Right. And I also believe that
like cream trust in our belief.
I believe in God.
Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. But I also see with my belief system, I believe that like my God and my Most High is like would be in some way proud of me, like asking certain questions and that. Like, because I think it's okay to do that. I think it's okay to. Do you know why it's okay? Because we are growing up at a time here where we just get like, there's just certain things that are there to try to trip us up.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? They're trying to trip us up, trying to derail us and all of these type of things. And it can happen. Do you get what I'm saying? It can actually happen. So, and with that, sometimes you might question certain things. But like, I still believe though that when it's time, then I can have a good conversation with, you know what I'm saying? And it be whatever it is. But yeah, I think karma's a good thing for a lot of people in the sense that, well, the idea of it anyway, because it helps them to move a certain type of way. In a nutshell, for me, whether the idea of karma existed or not, at the stage that I'm at now, I feel like I would still be moving the way that I'm moving now in terms of how I deal with people and how I treat people. Do you get me?
Yeah, no, I just, like, with me, I believe there's a better place than here. There's got to be.
I believe that as well.
There's got to be. So it's like, I've just always been, it's like, it's mad, because I had a photo shoot the other day for the clothing or whatever.
Yeah. Come on. Wheeler than most. You're already
it's mad, because the
go back and check some of the old shit. You get me as well.
The photographer asked me something, and he was like, but like I said to him, I answered it, so he's like, you know, you're afraid of death? I said, no. I'm actually not afraid of death,
right?
But it's like, and then I was like, oh yeah, I welcome death. Not even like that, but it's like, but he's like, no. He's like, no. I was like, no, but you don't understand. See, with me, with what I believe or whatever, it's like I don't believe you can go around it. Like I know we're all like in 100 years, none of us in this room, we're all gone. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I know that's the fact. Do you get what I'm saying? Everyone's sitting there.
Yeah.
We're not all going to be here in 2121.
Yeah, no way.
Do you get what I'm saying? So
And if we are, we'll be paying taxes.
No,
That's
we
the
won't
only,
be
it's
here.
just
We won't be
it's
here.
tax and death.
we won't be
Yeah?
here. We
That's
won't be
it.
here.
But we won't be here.
We won't
Yeah.
be here because no one's going to make it to 130
Of course
or whatever.
not.
So we won't be here. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's
Unless they
like,
make some new stuff.
Nah.
But you know.
You don't even want that.
do you get what I'm trying to say? So it's like, I just have to hold on to my belief in that, you know, that I'm going to get to see my loved ones again. Do you get what I'm trying to say? That, you know, so it's like, yeah.
Do you know what is deep? So like I literally spoke about it just recent on a pod, yeah. And I'm not gonna talk too much about it again, but like, you know, I had a death, yeah, and you know, he died in my arms. Like literally, he was taking deep breaths and that, yeah. And then like, but he went for a lot of stuff, like he had a brain tumor and whatnot, and it was like a long thing that happened all around that, yeah. But anyway, he ended up taking his last breaths, yeah, with me, and then you know, like after the moment, you have that sadness in it, yeah. But pushing the sadness away, I was like, rah, that was actually one of the most special things that could ever have happened. Like me being there in the presence of him, it's almost like he waited. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, took the last breath while man was holding him and talking to him or whatever, yeah. And one thing that I knew before this anyway, but there's like a soul within us, innit, yeah?
Of course.
And like once you know that soul's gone, sometimes when you look at the body, do you get what I'm saying? So it's like at first, like when someone dies or whatnot, yeah, they still look exactly like them, and then after a while, then you know when you see it's like it looks just you can't even put your finger on it. That's the soul. Yeah, the soul has gone. And that is the thing that I find the most interesting, because when you look at that, you realize straight away this is just the shell. What the soul that you can't see, yeah, that isn't a tangible thing, is the deeper thing.
It's
you know what I'm saying?
transcended,
right?
Basically, do you know what I mean? I definitely believe that.
Yeah, I find that's something that I find really interesting, and you know what? It's like from then it's weird because it makes me want to speak to people that have like experience loss and try to hear people's different understandings of what they think or what they believe happens when you sort of transcend and go on to the next. But we know, I think a lot of us know anyway, or feel as though that like there's a thing that is bigger at play than us. Do you know what I'm saying? And once we leave, then we're on to the next side. We're on to the different chapter. You get me?
And the one that counts.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
I heard a story of someone like saying that they a few people as well, yeah, saying that when someone had died, a person had died and had come back to life, and then they were pissed because what they experienced there in their death was like raw, and then they've come back and they're like, what? Like I'm back. Yeah. There's a documentary on that still. I need to try and see if I can find it.
Exactly. People could be up there just like laughing, like waiting for everyone to join them, kind of. Do you know what I'm saying? But do you get me?
Enough food and that vibe.
So,
couple sound systems, Stone Love.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but you understand? The older man, them. You know what I'm saying? Couple dub plates and that.
Trust me, my sum up to karma will it's just, you know, try and do good, man. Do more good than you do bad, man. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, you know, like it, and your intentions.
I think it's
like,
intention.
Intentions is key.
I think
as well.
the intention.
You know what I mean? Keep them straight. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like I've done bad things with good intentions. Yeah, at times. And I haven't really felt the backlash, if I'll be honest. Do you get what I'm trying to say? When looking back at it, it's like, because the intentions was right. But it's,
every
when you
leader
do
has to
things
make...
with the wrong intentions, you know, it goes wonky for some reason. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, you might be thinking, oh, yeah, like, I just don't know. Like, when don't head top your mates and don't do dumb shit. Like, if you know you're getting something at a certain price, you don't need to be getting, like, I'm just going mad with my thoughts, but I'm just thinking of bare things. Do you know what I'm saying? That didn't need to be done. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So it's like...
Have you had to, like, relearn stuff? You feel like now... Are you at a stage where you're relearning or unlearning?
Unlearning, you know?
But
it's like...
And I'm gonna ask you as well.
Unlearning, but at the same time, learning. Still. Do you get what I'm saying? 'Cause I just think life is continuous learning as well. That you could never think that you've learned enough.
No.
Because that's when you're in a madness.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? If you're
But
sitting there thinking,
are you
I haven't learned
unlearning?
enough.
Are you unlearning though? I know the learning thing is key. Of course, I agree with that. But unlearning is also important. Like, are you at that stage where you feel like you're unlearning a couple things?
Yeah, kinda. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Kinda. Do you know what I mean? Because some things I still, do you know what I'm saying? Because to have learned it was a trade I needed to learn. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So some things I will never unlearn. Because I learned how to do that. So I understand I can do that. Do you get what I'm saying? I won't unlearn that. You get what I'm saying? But I'll learn how to progress and do you get, but I won't unlearn that. Because I might, it was learnt for a reason.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? It was learnt for a reason. Yeah, it was learnt for a reason, so I won't unlearn certain things.
I hear that.
But I'll definitely look to learn new and more positive ways of living. Do you get what I'm trying to say? In order to not have to go back to what I previously learned. Do you get what I'm saying? Because
I feel like
the
universe and God's way of teaching us is through lessons, those kind of scenarios in which like we find ourselves in. With me, most definitely, like I had to learn that the way I reacted to certain things, my approach to stuff, the way I looked at things, I just like had to change and understand the way in which like certain things may be working out for me because of the way I'm doing something. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I just had to like learn how to just do things differently.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
My
I definitely...
attitude towards certain things and stuff like that.
Yeah. Like I was at a place where I felt like I was doing a lot more unlearning than learning still. Because
what's your define unlearning? Because maybe I'm not understanding what you mean by unlearning. Do you get what I'm saying? Why I'm saying no.
I mean, it still kind of is in the, like, it's still synonymous to learning. But let's just say, for example, how I may be in my relationship and how I may treat my woman in that relationship and how I believe that relationships are supposed to be.
Yes.
So I grew up in a certain dynamic or at a certain place or in certain environment where this is just what it was.
Okay, so
do you get what I'm saying? That's just what we just did that.
I'm
like,
definitely unlearning a lot now.
Yeah.
Like breaking old habits.
Yeah, exactly.
Like breaking old
just
habits
did that.
Like
you can't tell me, like, what are you talking about? That's like, we just did that.
I was being narrow-minded. You get what I'm saying? Now I know what you mean by
then you start saying, oh, you know what? Raw shit. Like, and you start listening. Like, I started, really listening to people and their stories and shit like that. And that had an impact on how I then went on and started dealing with certain people and how I might project my opinion or how I might say something or how I might move or whatnot. It's still something that is in my core because obviously if it wasn't, I wouldn't do it. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, like sometimes you can just grow up and you can just be taught certain things and just think that is just the most normal thing in the world and then you get to a point where you start questioning and then you start, if you believe so, you start unlearning. You know what I mean? And that is good because then you start getting more into your like free thinking self.
Yeah, I understand.
The thing is, I can fuck with certain men that do whatever it is and whatnot. But also, one thing that my brethren will always be able to say is that whenever there was something that was happening, whether it be a madness or whatever it may be, if it didn't feel good to me, I want
not interested.
I'm not interested. Don't call. There's no point calling me because I ain't coming.
Not interested.
You get what I'm saying? So I think it's just about just trying to be a free.
Now you're sitting where you're sitting. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because that's my whole thing with the karma. You got it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And when you get it,
you
flourish in it. So
But there's enough things to learn. You get what I'm saying? There's nothing
to unlearn.
And unlearn, yeah, of course.
Do you know what I mean? Now I understand.
And especially when you're unlearning, people around you have a hard time with that.
Facts.
Because that's their norm. and
Facts.
they see you unlearning all of these things, they have
You're
a
weird.
big problem with that. I've experienced that, you know, like, oh, you don't seem like, no, I'm actually changing. Like, I'm
And they
entitled
don't want to
to
believe
grow.
it. They don't want to
Do you
believe
understand?
it.
But because you ain't there yet,
Yeah.
you don't understand my process. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I noticed that, especially when you're going through that unlearning process, the people around you as well, because they're not there yet. It's always
You grow in different ways.
Yeah.
And you sometimes you grow you grow separately from certain people and certain people that you love, you know. There's certain like couple people that I love you, you know. But we're just in a different space.
Exactly.
And you know what? You have to make peace with that.
Exactly.
You have to make peace with the fact that like I love you and we used to ride and do whatever it is here, but now we're just in different spaces right now.
you
That's
just,
okay.
Yeah, it's cool.
exactly.
That's okay.
Yeah, you just
You know what I mean?
stay
Like, I
there.
wish you the fucking.
Best.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Trust me, fam.
Yep.
But I
Most
get
definitely.
that. I get you. But yeah, nah, man, karma. Just really take it in.
Yeah, come on.
Think about it. Everything you do, do it with a clean heart. You know, intentions, make sure they're right. And yeah,
Yeah.
Cream,
Yeah.
we're gonna get into current affairs because there's things going on. I swear we're supposed to land road when April or June.
The
When-
12th
12th
of
of
April.
what?
12th of
I
April.
think it's the 12th. I think it's the
Yeah.
12th, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I want to
Day
talk,
after
I wanna
Lamia
talk
Full
about
Friday.
freedom
that.
on like apparently June 21st or
I
something.
want to talk about that because I see everyone was like so excited when that news came out. Like it was
Yeah.
like literally people thought we've got a release date.
So what?
Yeah, I
exactly,
hear that
So what
still.
exactly is it?
Like you could go
Like-
gym, you could do like certain
Gym,
things with
I
that.
need
Yeah.
gym. You can say I'm fucking.
Yeah,
I can't
bro.
wait.
Oh,
I can't
listen.
wait for the gym.
Let me tell you something. See the
I can't
Biscoff
wait for the gym.
Krispy Kreme. Fam, listen.
Blood.
I remember I went to my brethren's yard now. He lives in Enfield, innit, yeah? They got the
Yeah, they got the
Krispy Kreme.
Krispy
Yeah,
Kreme, drive-thru.
I've never been there before.
The drive-thru.
Yeah. So anyway,
couldn't
now one
believe
day I
it.
said, you know what, boom, let me just go there, because I'm not a donut man like that, but let me just go grab, you understand what I'm saying? So I've gone there now, got a bag of donuts now, and I've gone to my brethren's yard. So anyway, we're just chatting, rapping, catching up, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, just take what you want in it, and then I'll just take whatever. So he's like, yeah, boom, he's taking his. Then I've like jumped in a whip now with 3 donuts, yeah? So now I've already fallen off now because I ain't trained for ages. I'm eating these donuts now, whatnot, right? Then the last one was the Biscoff, blood. Fam, when I had the bit that licked off my head, then I said, yo, I need this. I started feeling for it now. The
I'm just a
Tesco's
plane.
down the
I'm
road
just a
now.
plane.
Huh?
I'm just a plane.
Is it?
Yeah,
Listen, the Tesco's down the road now. The Tesco's Extra. Yeah. Gone there now, and I've noticed that they've got the re-up for the Biscoff now. What? I started having these things regular. So now I'm like all the way off. So
Yeah.
see this April thing? I'm on that. I'm boxing at the moment though. I'm
Are
already
you?
doing that. I'm boxing on Monday and Friday or whatnot. So I'm just trying to like get
good.
back to the fitness
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah,
But I
yeah.
think
I
that
can't
this
wait
is
for the
giving
gym to open, man.
this
Fuck.
April thing is giving some people hope.
Yeah, but I heard
Yeah.
he's got a speech on the 29th or something, so he might even give man extra days.
Yeah.
I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know,
bruv,
'cause
yeah.
I
Trust
just-
me.
You know what I mean? I think
Man might
that's
get-
what, you know what I mean?
And you know what? Let's be honest as well, yeah? We might be free, but might get the recall.
Exactly.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
You
Then
understand
they
what I'm
might just
saying?
say total lockdown, like, you know.
Yeah. April
Sure.
is DCAT.
They remember they give man liquor freedom. They give man liquor freedom last year. They tested it out already. Boom, because that's how I got to Dubai quickly. Boom, and
Oh,
they
is it,
just
yeah?
locked man. Yeah, they just locked
you got
man
locked
down.
in?
No, but I'm saying they locked man down after they had a little space. Remember we was locked
Yeah,
down
yeah,
last
yeah.
year. We had a little space.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, that lockdown was ending. Then they put us back in lockdown.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they know what they're doing. They're giving little breathers. So when you get that next breather,
Yeah.
no, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Be out
yam
there.
that, yam that.
Be out there.
But
get
you know what though? Right, fast forward a piece. June, full freedom and that out here. Wireless has announced their thing. Park Life has announced their thing. They both sold out in like half
Yeah,
an hour.
yes, I was
Yeah,
hearing.
all right. So let me tell you this now. What do you lot think about, or how realistic is it for us to be where we're at now?
And
So
there to
in
be
there,
a festival. I don't-
100,000
I-
people
I can't-
in one
I-
space.
I can't see it.
Listen, they're gonna say, I believe, at some point.
That's looking bad.
Now you know what? You can come true, but if you vaccine,
Yeah, standard.
right, we're gonna have that because that's the
they're
only
just,
way.
Yeah, they're just they're just getting them people that
Right.
thinking you're not gonna have vaccine.
Yeah.
It's time to vaccine now because you
You've
want to
bought your
go
ticket.
wireless.
You've already
innit?
bought your ticket
You
now.
want to go
Exactly.
wireless.
Yeah.
You want to see. You want to see Jake and
Exactly.
them. So the takes up 2 injections for that.
Exactly, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Take 2 injections for that. You know what I mean? Come
And I
in,
feel like
person.
they're gonna try find a way not to give you back your money.
Yeah, this is it.
you get what I'm saying?
So I don't. It's hard for me to see happening
can't see.
without stuff like that because I know they're talking about the pubs already. They're talking about pubs. If you don't have the vaccine, you can't get into certain pubs. So what? You can get
probably
wine
have someone on the door, at the door, vaccine. You're getting the jab as on entry.
Trust me, bro.
You get that on entry.
Yeah, but like
If you haven't had that yet, on entry.
strong.
Do you know what I mean? Otherwise, don't worry about that ticket.
Yeah,
We've
exactly.
got a refund
You have
for
to
you.
sell that.
We've got a refund for you.
So yeah,
You know what I mean? But just don't worry about that. We just wanted you to get you here.
I think summer will be all right though. It's not gonna be how it was, but I think it's gonna be all right.
You know what it is? See, sometimes in this country, sometimes we forget like we're actually like, better off than a lot.
Oh, I'm telling you.
Other parts of the world. So it's
Listen.
like, even with the whole lockdown and everyone's depressed and all that, I think, how depressed do you think you'd be with bombs dropping outside every 2 seconds or hearing hearing gunshot every two? How do you think you'd feel? Do you know what I mean? So sometimes you have to be, not take.
I think
everything.
people like us, it's the easiest for, but elderly, mentally challenged people.
Definitely.
Like I've heard some like really sad stories. To be fair,
There's
and like
the
kids,
suicide's gone up.
suicide, young people. Do you know what I mean? And like kids, they've missed the whole of their last. Like the kids that were leaving school, they didn't even have a last year at school.
I know.
Do you understand? Babies, all they're seeing is everybody with masks on their face. I don't know, like for some people, we're okay, but like
Yeah, for
the
some
young
people are really
and
struggling.
the elderly and the,
Yeah, the babies is mad because
babies
it's like
and
they're
stuff
growing
like,
up
yeah,
and that's what they know from the
they're
gate.
just going to be seeing.
From the gate.
Yeah, it's
Like,
a lot.
3 years
and
down the line. 'Cause
everybody's in the house. They're
they're
not
not gonna
getting
get rid of
fresh air
that.
as much.
But it's mad because look, China's been doing it for years. You see them with their masks on. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
remember when we used to see people in Oxford Street or
Yeah.
whatever with their masks on and that? We used to think, oh, look at you, man, with your Ross Clark mask on and that. You know what I mean? But now it's norm. Yeah, it's norm.
Come on.
No.
Yeah, they're looking at
already
us
know.
like, oh, what, you lot are just doing this now? We've been doing this since 1821.
Basically.
Yeah, no, the Chinaman been doing that. You get
Yeah.
me?
So, yeah, man. But the mentally challenged though, definitely, because there's a lot of people out there that have they've really, really, really struggled with it, man. And it's a difficult one and it's a tough one. But you know what? Things will be all right. Well,
nah.
if it's not all right, it's not the end. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know what? It's difficult times. Times are changing, and you just got to get used to it and kind of work around. I feel so sorry for all the people that's lost their businesses and all that because a lot of people I feel so sorry for them.
Yeah.
But you just got to you got to keep treading along and just everything's going online now. So try and find a different avenue,
Right.
or something.
I know enough people broke up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
You know what? Imagine now, boom, you're doing your thing, your missus is working, she's doing her thing, whatnot now.
now
you
you just
gotta
in the
live with
yard.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
now you got to
today.
live with each other. You're not even used to that one now.
A lot
staying
of
in
people weren't even used to spending that
that
much time
with their partner. Yeah? Now it's time to learn certain things because there's certain things you didn't even know. Shit stinks. Bad. You didn't even know it was like, you get what I'm saying? You didn't even know that it was that bad.
Bunging.
You get what I'm saying? Because they'll being able to hold it down and that. But those type of things,
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying? But then also, certain people have met and canoodled during this time. Watch when freedom happens now. Let's see how much you're going to be canoodling when June. You know what I'm saying? When you can go and touch the road now and...
Hot girl summer and
What? And-
Listen,
Hot boy,
everybody is
Zibby.
going to be outside. If they say you can go outside, this is going to be one of our best
Yeah, yeah,
summers.
Yeah.
Definitely.
No, but you
Are
don't
you not
understand.
worried, though,
They're going
as a
outside
woman?
anyway.
Huh?
Are you not worried though as a woman, that see when everyone's outside, that there's a level of hunger that man are gonna start trying to tap into a tiny bit. Because you know what it is, You know what? Now, because it's different on the gram. It's different on the gram, yeah? When you're on the gram, it's one thing, and you go Tesco's and you understand what I'm saying? You might go to a joint,
everyone's going to feel like they land road. Like, oh my Lord.
I don't know.
But now, everyone's in the parks and that, there's dances and whatever it may be. There's going to be certain people that are not going to be able to contain themselves. And this is a conversation.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? To protect the gal them, really, because it's going to be...
it's going to be mad.
Is it not four?
It's going to be crazy.
That woman's going to want us locked up after 6.
I'm all right, you know.
That woman's going to want us locked up after 6.
But do you know what? But definitely everybody's eyes are going to be wandering a bit, definitely.
Strong.
Come on, everyone. But yeah.
I'm not thirsty.
I'm just
like
looking
that.
to go. My man's not thirsty like that. But he definitely is gonna. But obviously, you know, like everyone most probably have their little look or whatnot. Do you know what I mean?
That's normal.
I think everyone just wants to get outside. Do you know what I mean?
Wait.
Are you outside though?
What now?
Yeah, see, like, do you go outside on a vibe like that?
Not now, but if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? But when the sun's out, innit?
Yeah.
And that's what I've even said, even with lockdown, we'll find something to do.
Yeah, because
Do
I
you know what I'm
found
saying?
myself
Like,
wanting
no
to
one
do
ain't going to stay in
things.
their yard. You saw, like, even last year when it just happened and everyone was scared at first and, oh, Corona. As soon as the sun came out, they was out in their shorts, the
parks are gonna be the parks are gonna be full. Everyone, listen,
you know what I'm saying? Black Lives Matter.
Yeah,
Black
I
Lives
think everyone's
Matter.
just gonna be meeting up for the sake
We
of it.
forgot about Corona because Black Lives mattered. You know what I mean? Black Lives mattered. You know, so fuck Corona.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of people that's just been still getting on with it because we have to move. We have to keep going on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, straight.
Like, it's like they locked down. Remember, they locked down the raves and all that. Okay, headphone parties.
Oh yeah, shit. Yeah.
Like,
Find a
they
way.
locked that. Yeah, like
Live.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Do you know what I mean?
Like you saw, like feds are just gonna have to do too much work because you're gonna have to go to a lot of houses. To stop a lot of dues.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? To stop a lot of dues because that's all what would happen. Is just bare barbecues, bare drink. Like
I heard somewhere that it's not going to finish until like 2000 what is it? 2025 or something.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. It's
know.
like, yeah, man, it's deep still, but you know what? Like, what? There's not really. What can we? We just have to figure out what is it that we can control, and try not to worry too much about all of the other shit. Because I think that, like, yeah, it's not nice to know that this could be going on for a long period of time or whatnot. But I think, like, there's ways to adapt, and there's ways to sort of, like, I don't know. I think if anything, this whole period of time, for a lot of people anyway, it's taught us to just, we got to learn how to adapt some way, shape or form.
Do you feel like with science and stuff, like people living healthier, like medication and surgeries and stuff like that, so people preventing a lot of things, that is just like a major depopulation that's going on right now in the world.
I feel like there's because of medication and food.
Like, so, you know, like there's so much people in the world, like there's too much people. Do you feel like that basically all of this stuff is like a big thing to just like get rid of a lot of people, to depopulize the place?
I thought about this, you know. I don't know, like...
And consider,
I don't know, you know, like...
where was the first outbreak of the COVID?
That was in like 2019.
What place was it in?
They just say it was in like China somewhere, something like that.
That's like one of the most overpopulated places, isn't it?
Yeah. And I know people were saying it as well because it was they said that it would affect the elderly. And no, it wasn't even the fact that they were saying it was affecting the elderly. It was also because they were saying that if you were elderly and you were of a certain type of health risk, that they wouldn't be saving you. That was what was making people say, Ross, hold on 1 second. If I'm old and I catch this, then you're just going to let me die. And they said this as well because like there was someone that I knew that was really ill, and he was supposed to have chemotherapy. And they were like, listen, you have to self-isolate, and you have to self-isolate for 8 weeks. And at the time, that seemed like long because we was only told for 4 weeks.
They questioned.
So anyway, there was that. And then they were like, also, if you catch this thing, the likelihood is that they won't be reviving your heart. You get what I'm saying? So I think that definitely fed into the fact that like it seems like there's something like that. But I mean, I could go into this for a little while, but we're going to go into like mad conspiracy theories and stuff like that. And like some of my thoughts, some of the things that I feel, I don't necessarily have any facts
Facts
for,
to back it
but
up,
it's
yeah,
just
but it's
how I
something to
feel.
feel. Yeah,
You get what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
I feel it.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people,
You know what I mean?
People's like that.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
But you know,
But what else is going on anyway, Cream?
So,
You know that's your thing.
basically, have you heard about that guy, Derrick Jaxn?
oh, let me tell you something.
I ain't.
You don't know about? Go on.
No,
Bust
go on,
it,
no,
bust
go on.
it.
No, go on, no, go on.
Maybe I have, but I just don't know his name.
No, go on, Chuckie, go
So
on.
Derrick Jaxn, is the marriage and love expert. Yeah?
Basically.
He's the Don on Instagram who's like always talking about how like a man should treat woman, and he's always getting
He's
on
got
to
a
that.
major female following.
Massive.
Major.
Yeah.
Like thousands of followers on, subscribers.
Yeah.
And
he's
et cetera.
always like, so say like
Is it
someone,
that black man that always just runs the girls?
No, not him.
No, that's Kevin Samuels.
Yeah, not him. Not him. So this guy now, he's like, he does all of that, and he usually takes certain videos that people have made or whatever, or like say like someone's cheated or whatever. Yeah, he goes on and just rips them to pieces. Yeah. So anyway, now what's happened?
So like Chuckie just said, he's the guy that will put up a post on his YouTube channel and be like, ladies, this is
He's
the
full
type
of
of guy.
shit. Put it that
Make
way.
sure your man is doing this for you. Like, don't accept a cheater. Make sure he's a God-fearing man.
No, but he does
whatever.
it like this as well.
He's like
This is how you know that a man.
this is how you know a man loves you.
Yeah, this is how you know a man loves you. This is how you know a man's putting effort. This is how you know when a man's this. This is how you know when a
Fucking
man's
up the man them's thing.
all of this perfect,
and he's
Fucking
made
up the man them's
perfect
thing.
shit. All of this perfect
Yeah,
shit.
you know enough girls must be falling in love with him, like wanting a Derrick Jaxn.
What?
So he's got like loads of girls,
Big girl.
especially like he's American, by the way.
What's his name?
Derrick
Derrick
Jaxn.
Jaxn.
So he's got like loads of girls like, I need me a Derrick Jaxn, you know, like I love Derrick Jaxn, you guys need to listen to him and whatever. So anyways, there's this woman, she's a blogger called Tasha K or something like that. And she basically exposed him that he's having an affair. Mind you, he's married, isn't he? He's married. And no one ever
He's
saw
actually
his...
only been married for 4 years, by the way. This man
is
talks
it?
like he's been married for like 20-something
years. He goes on like, that's why people need to be so careful about who they're taking advice from. Because you're taking like marital advice from someone that you've never even seen his wife.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
This
come
basically,
on.
he
Do you
got
get
caught
me?
cheating, yeah? And then what he did was, he lied.
He lied.
He made a video and whatever, and he lied, saying that he had a sexual
relationship with someone without being sexual.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Then he come back out. Now imagine when he's got his wife.
That's the funniest thing.
Yeah.
So basically, he got exposed. Girls have said, I slept with him in his house, whatever.
Yeah.
He's gone online with his wife
Missing.
to address everybody online.
holding up her hand like this.
He's got,
She's
sitting here,
He's holding
her hand like this, basically, like,
mad.
people must have been in the comments like, blink twice if you want us to call the police. Like, do you understand, basically, them kind of vibes?
Yeah.
And the worst thing was, she came on looking so, like, dusty.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to say that because I don't want to rip into the woman,
I thought you
because
was gonna say she came on looking
didn't,
ill.
she's not done anything wrong here.
No.
But the way she came on in like her little bonnet, you know, one little
She
top,
looked like she
no
just got out
bra,
of bed.
no bra. Yeah, she just looked like she just done a bag of
It looks
housework.
like he said to her,
No
"Yo,
makeup.
I need just come
Come
on.
on now.
come online.
Yeah, come on some
he's on
emotional
there,
manipulating
He's
thing.
there explaining himself, and they are just literally just killing him. More
And he's
girls have
talking
come
about
out.
himself in third person.
person.
He's not even saying him.
Narcissist.
He's talking and saying Derrick
He's-
Jaxn.
yeah.
Hear him. Say I'm Derrick Jaxn.
Jaxn,
Say I'm Derrick Jaxn. He's looking at the camera saying Derrick Jaxn was involved with women.
No, basically, he did a reaction video.
madman.
He did a reaction
Total
video.
lunatic.
He did a reaction video
total
to his
lunatic.
live, didn't he?
Yeah.
Like what
Yeah.
he just did it. So he's talking about it. Narcissist.
A total
Narcissist.
Listen, this man is, and you know the maddest thing is,
narcissist. You know what? With that
Narcissist.
narcissist, if you know, like, I don't know what man them.
Proper
If you haven't
narcissist.
been called a narcissist by your gal, then there's something mad with you.
do you know what the problem with this? The problem
You're a real
with
Do you know
pum
what her
pum.
name
If your
is?
gal's never called you a narcissist, I believe you're a pum pum.
Chuckie, do you know what his wife's name is?
What?
Denier.
Denier.
So everybody was like,
it's mad.
That's never her
Denier's in
name.
denial.
That's never a name.
She was in strong denial. But
Winding
do you know what?
her
I don't
up.
even know if she was in denial. Maybe he just was just chatting a bunch of shit in her ear or whatever. But you know what it is, yeah? Like, there was so many different problems.
Yeah,
with like what was actually happening here.
Yeah.
Like, firstly, when I first saw this
He's
guy on
actually-
the gram, I saw him on the gram like a couple of years ago, and I remember thinking to myself, I watched one video and I thought, oh yeah, he's saying some real shit. When I started following him,
Yeah.
then I saw like a few other videos, and I
Yeah.
thought, you know, when your spirit tells
Yeah.
you, nah, man,
Yeah.
he's something like, nah, I don't believe him. I don't believe
I
him.
don't, like,
I don't believe him.
I felt so stupid because I sent one of his posts to my mum.
Did you?
Yeah. Before, like, I sent one of his posts to my mum. I saw it on Instagram and I thought, like, yeah, he's really going in. I thought, like, it was such a good post. And I thought, oh, this guy's cool. But I don't follow him to like that much. Yeah. I just copied that link there and, you know, like, you know when you have a post that you like and you put it up. But yeah.
Let me tell you though, this... Go on, sorry.
No, continue.
The problem with him, was that, like, this guy, like, he would come out and he would say, like, a lot of stuff that, in essence, you can't challenge him on it because what he's saying is kind of true
Factual,
still. Yeah, like, you hear some of the stuff he's saying, you're like, yeah, I hear it. But you know what? It's like, he's coming up with some of the most idealistic stuff, that now he's put himself in a position. He's creating a narrative of a guy that he is, and making people believe that, oh yeah, look, like he's the guy. Now, look what the fuckery that he's doing.
He's
what it does
basically the
now
guy that he was telling us to
people
beware of.
It makes girls look and say, rah, like,
If
he
Derrick
sat there,
Jaxn was-
right.
Basically,
Derrick
the guy
Jaxn
that he was
was
telling us
fucking
to beware of is
You
Derrick
couldn't even
Jaxn.
be.
Yeah.
You couldn't
Do you
even
understand?
be. Yeah, it's you.
Do you get me?
You're saying that talking about this guy or whatever. This guy that you're talking about, you can't even be. Look at you.
So that was his karma, basically. This is what I feel like. So you've gone out and you've created a huge following based on something, on a
Hypocritical.
lifestyle that you preach, that you don't even go by. So
Honestly,
therefore, you're fraud.
The biggest,
Do you understand what I'm saying?
The biggest problem is that, yes, you can say all of these things about a relationship or whatnot, which in essence is right, some of that. But you can't go on your gram and start ripping into
To
man
people that's
who
not-
have,
that have
made
cheated
mistakes in
and
their
stuff, basic,
relationships. My man would go and rip
Into
minutes,
people.
you know? Like, rip them.
Pissing man off.
And then he ended up, the guys that he's ripping and how he's ripping them, he's talking about himself. I always thought to myself, why is this brother always in the car doing this anyway? Like, why is he never in the yard?
Yeah.
I knew
'Cause his
your
woman
missus, your
should-
missus
yeah,
thinks you're full of shit.
shit.
So you always
Yeah.
have to go in the car talking about
You
this
know,
in
innit?
man
Yeah.
and this, that, and the
Yeah,
other.
'cause she'd
But
be
your
like,
missus
what?
knows
She'd be
what you're
side-eyeing
on. Every minute the man's in the car somewhere, indicator on.
lying. Outside is his
Yeah,
outside is
man.
his other girl's
Yeah,
house.
man.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, so like, honestly,
He got put on blast. But people are saying that
That's his karma, for
basically
real.
that basically they're saying like, you know, this is his karma getting exposed and whatever. But is it really karma because number one, his wife's still staying with him? And they're saying that he's got a book coming out,
He should
but
never-
they're
he
saying
should never
because
put
he's
his
got
wife on TV,
exposed,
by the way. It was never
people are
anything to do with
actually
her.
still gonna buy his. They reckon that his numbers will go through the roof just because of this, even
yeah,
though
all he's got to do is write a book saying
Yeah,
he cheated.
yeah, and
And
it's-
bare gal and bare people will just buy it.
yeah,
'Cause
they're saying that his following has actually gone up.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think that, like, obviously, you can make mistakes in it. Like, I don't have a problem with that. Like, people make mistakes in their life, and that. I just think it's the way that he was holding people accountable for their mistakes. That was the issue. The way that he was holding people accountable for his mistakes, doing all of that for him to do this, and then you bring your gal on the internet now when it ain't even got. She didn't even do nothing.
Nothing.
So now she's out here looking like you just dragged her up out of
Yeah,
bed. Charlemagne said,
And
as
said,
well,
"Help
it was
me."
funny. He was like, she looked like she was doing the one half of the bust it down challenge, but she didn't come back up.
Oh my.
Nah, but you see,
that
and that's
challenge,
not fair because-
that challenge killed the gal them though. See,
Yeah.
that just made me know there's gal out here going mad, you know.
No, but you know what?
Like, see, I couldn't believe they done that with chess as well. Bare gal done it with chess. I thought, what? Is that how you look before the thing? Before you hit the screen, is that how you're looking? You're gone mad.
Listen.
You're gone mad. You get what I'm
But
saying?
yeah, no, I hear that still, but-
He's a liberty for getting his wife involved because
Man
he
got
didn't
his
show
wife.
her before. This is the most we've seen his wife ever.
Yeah, no one ain't seen his wife.
We never
and
saw
the
her
internet's
before this.
cool. So you already know the internet is cool.
And look what you've
and then
done.
you bring your missus on
Deflection.
there because you did a madness.
Deflection.
To try and and now you're trying to make people feel sorry for you. That's mad. Just own up. Just say, you know what?
Yeah, this is what I did.
This is what I did. I fucked
Accountability.
up. You know what I'm saying?
But do you know what as well? Do you know why I feel like this has reached him? Because at the end of the day, like we said, everybody's human in it, so everybody can like make mistakes. It actually don't look like it was a mistake. It actually looks like that was his behaviour. He actually had cheating behaviour. Because the way she's speaking to him, did you hear when she said, "I told him I've had enough of the whip"? Like when you hear what words that was coming out her mouth, she wasn't speaking about one person, one incident. She kept saying like all the women, like.
Yeah.
You kept doing it. I told you I'm not going to keep staying with you. So it looked like this is something that he was doing repeatedly.
He said,
Do you know what I mean?
he would say things like, when he was holding someone accountable, this isn't the first time he cheated. This is probably just the first time he got caught. He's doing all of that now, trying to source up the thing and whatnot, which is, you know what, in essence, is probably not wrong. Do you get what I'm saying? Man got yam, and it was probably not the first time. All right, cool, all of that, yeah. But we got to be clear here now. You can't be holding people accountable doing all that type of stuff and then make us believe that this was just the first time. Yeah, you're the same guy that you was talking about.
Yeah,
so you have to be that guy too. This was the first time you just got caught.
Period.
Yeah, with a bunch of, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Do you know what? Sometimes, yeah.
Do you think it should be cancelled?
You have to. I'm not the cancel thing. I don't really check. I don't really care about all of that.
But if you're an influencer and you're somebody that people follow and you make money off of the way that you live your lifestyle, like we're invested into your lifestyle.
Yeah.
That's what gives him money.
But what I'm saying is, yeah, I would never tell someone to cancel that person. I would just say...
No, not do it, but do you think he should be? Like, do you think people should stop investing in him then? Do you think that girl should still listen to his posts and stuff like that? If he was to...
He's not believable to me. I don't think that he's believable, yeah? But I think one thing that if you're able to do this, sometimes it's just about taking the sense out of nonsense, innit? Like, sometimes you got to take the sense out of nonsense. But with him, he's just hurt his brother. You can't come back from that. You can't... I don't know how you come back from it. People will somehow still support the guy and still say that, like,
bruv,
you know,
look,
there's true
6ix9ine is a rap and came out.
Yeah,
and
right.
he's still out here chatting shit.
He won't be cancelled.
I don't think he will be.
He won't be cancelled. And that is what it is. But I just think that for a lot of people don't believe you no more. It's as simple as that. But if you could take the sense out of the sense out of nonsense with some of the stuff that maybe he speaks or whatever, then cool. Then do all of that stuff. But just know that the guy that he's trying to subliminally make you believe that he is, that's not who he is.
That's not him.
That's not
when
who
he
he
was
is.
in the car speaking in third person, he actually looked a bit psychotic. And he was giving me madman vibes. I didn't get it. Like, I don't know. But like Spray, like you said in it, God blesses the person who you are, not who you pretend to be.
Right, exactly.
Do you get it?
Yeah,
Exactly.
so...
You know what? You could go on the line. Enough people do that. You can go online and do all of this type of stuff. But you know who you are.
Exactly.
And you know what? Your missus knows who you are too. So you can keep doing all that type of stuff.
Everyone.
You might even be the man. You know what? You might feel like when you're outside, you're the man and all this type of stuff. Enough times people come home and they ain't shit.
And she looked like she's a proper, like, she looked like she, even though, like we said, oh, she didn't put on her makeup or whatever, but we all have those days when we don't put on our makeup, but she was just on live that day. Do you understand? She didn't actually do anything wrong, and she looked like a nice, clean, God-fearing
He
woman.
blamed Jesus, didn't he?
Yeah, I was going to say that. And that's why that happened to him, because you mustn't play around with God's children.
Man
Do you
said,
understand?
rah, you know what? Like,
Yeah, he said as soon as he started the God stuff, his life fell apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Is that what you're doing to the Most High?
I'm sure it
The
was
Most High
Charlemagne
should
I
have
heard
kicked you in your forehead for
yeah,
that
he
one.
got donkey of the day or something like
He
that, I
has
think.
to.
Yeah.
You're going to do that with the Most High. Of course you have to get kicked in the head for that.
You better be careful what you're doing, mate. Do you know what I
Anything
mean?
else going on out there?
Saweetie and Quavo broke up.
I don't care. I don't like.
But the reason why I don't care, because I don't have any couple goals. I'm not like that type of, I'm not really invested in other people's relationships like that. And I feel like people are too invested in relationships that they don't know what is actually going on behind closed doors. But The reason why I wanted to speak on it is because I think that Saweetie got too much guys in their feelings that she
why?
doesn't even know. Like I just
was
thought there
it with
was.
a threesome
I
thing?
feel like there was more
Why
guys commenting about the
there was a
breakup more
threesome?
than there was women. Normally that's a girl thing. Like why did so much guys have a problem with it? Because she's so
someone said to me,
Chris,
yeah?
and they know that she can get any
I didn't
any
even
guy
know.
she wants
Do you know
now.
what I saw? Yeah, when I see people talking about this, yeah, man. See, when I go on Twitter and that, enough times I'm just skimming through
you
and
still
not
on
even
Twitter?
reading it. Yeah. But I don't read like.
I'm on there, but I don't go on there.
I tweet sometimes or whatever, and I'll be skimming through and whatnot. Yeah, I'm saying to myself, Ross Clark, why is everyone talking about sweets and quavers? I thought people talk about the sweets and quavers.
Don't make me laugh.
I swear to
No
God.
way.
So anyway, now when I realised what they was actually talking about, I was like, okay, I'd lost interest in it.
Yeah,
But someone
yeah.
said something about he was upset about. Like, you let me know. Was it something to do with the fact that she said something about
She went
the
on
threesome
Justin
thing?
LA Boys thing.
She said something about They asked her about would she have a
No,
have a
it's
threesome
because
or whatnot.
Justin Combs is her ex,
Yeah, PD.
Puff Daddy's son.
So what? That's what he was vexed
So
about.
that is the problem. So basically, when she went on the show, number one, obviously, everybody's kind of like laughing at him because of her response about having two guys in the threesome with a girl. Do you understand?
And we don't call that a threesome. We call that.
So
a battery.
we call that a battery, innit? A train. So they're like, so they was like, if your guy's doing everything for you and he wants like a threesome treat, are you gonna? So she was like, yeah.
Yeah,
So
as long as I can pick the guy.
all right, yeah, I'll pick the guy. So everybody was like, oh my gosh. But also they were saying like she's on there with a guy like that she used to date and stuff like that it looked a bit awkward. Like, so don't Quavo feel some type of way? Because like there was a lot of stuff about that. But her energy, to me, I kind of thought like something must be going on with them anyway.
I didn't even know they
Because she was
together.
on the show.
Oh, what,
So-
between them two?
Between her and Quavo. Like I was thinking maybe, I don't know why I thought in myself like something might not be right because like the way she was answering the questions and she isn't really a type of person to do a show like that.
Right.
So then she was getting a lot of backlash about that guy, about asking for two guys.
Right.
And then she tweeted, I'm single.
Yeah.
And I've been
That's why everyone
emotionally-
started like getting their
Okay.
I've
knickers
been
in a twist.
unemotionally like detached from the relationship for a long time. He's been cheating on me basically is what she said. So he must have texted.
Can I just stop you, by the way? If
yeah,
she
go
wants
on.
a battery, she should be in her right. She's a big woman. If she wants to have a battery, she can have a battery. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if he's
Like,
cool
do
with
your
that.
thing.
If that's what she wants,
If that's what she
but
wants,
I don't
do
think
your
she.
thing.
I don't think she wanted. She didn't say it like she wanted a gangbang. She was.
She was joking.
I think she was trying to make it like give a witty answer.
Yeah, she
you know,
was
like
joking.
instead of two girls,
Yeah,
two
she-
guys. Like
yeah, she was
it
joking.
wasn't like what she wanted. But
You never know, but still.
yeah, we know. Yeah, we don't know. But anyway, so she's basically saying. Within that tweet, it sounds like he's been disrespecting her behind the scenes, cheating on her and stuff, and she ain't in it no more. So
Ain't he cheated on her though?
he tweeted her back saying, I'm disappointed in you or whatever. Yeah.
Like, he couldn't have just phoned her.
And
Like,
then
couldn't
yeah,
have just phoned her.
exactly.
He thought,
He must have a number.
He
must have a number.
He must have,
Like-
yeah, but because she made it public, innit?
Yeah, that
so
number,
he must have
he's
said,
getting
I
mad.
can't remember, but something along the lines like, I'm disappointed in you.
He's getting mad. He's in the
And do you
phone
know
and
what she did?
pays
Do you know
her.
what she did? She quoted it, I think, and then she put, take care.
Oh, did she? Yeah. And then what? He's pissed off now more.
You see that, take
Hey,
care?
Queen, eat it.
When-
You know, like, take care. You don't take care, is mad. You know, like,
You know the take care. I swear. You see that take care?
is mad.
Did she hit him with the deuces as well?
You know,
I
take
swear
care.
I saw the deuces as well. Like
Take
she
care.
hit that nigga with
It's
the
mad.
take care. So they even put her on Drake's album cover. You know the take care?
Oh,
they even
shit.
put her face. They was
Oh,
making.
Oh no.
So basically,
I bet
I
Jake-
just saw guys, to even academics was getting in. They were saying she used him as a come up, this and that. Well, guys were just in their feelings about Saweetie. I was just like,
You know what it is, yeah? Obviously, we have hella double standards.
care.
yeah, you
man.
lot
We
do,
got
man.
hella double standards.
Yeah.
And like, obviously, I think some of us, if I'm being honest,
Yeah.
is all right with that.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Some of us is all right with our double standards because it works for us.
But
Yeah. So I can't knock someone for that, really. Obviously, it's your behavior. You know what I mean? Your behavior is your behavior in that, yeah. But you get what I'm saying? Like, obviously, people are coming out and expressing their double standards, and that's so go.
even
But
their aunties, basically, the auntie started beefing.
what?
So her auntie is she's like got a really young auntie, like that's on their team, basically, yeah. And Quavo's sister must have put on her Insta story saying, "We don't know the real Saweetie behind closed doors, and you're not going to do this to my brother." So there's Sweetie's auntie.
these
Sweetie's
are
auntie
nuts,
said, "What?
man.
You ain't going to do this? Ain't even been 24 hours. All of a sudden, she's not the person that you liked," and started posting all of the stuff, all the times that she posted Sweetie saying how much she loves her. Like, it's just getting a bit messy.
And you know what?
Yeah.
It's the take care thing, you know.
Yeah, it's like the take care to me
take care
killed.
thing.
Like the take care killed it.
Yeah, pissed off the auntie.
Yeah. Pissed
Yeah, I-
pissed
you know
everyone
what?
off. It pissed everybody off.
God forbid I ever have like some online thing with like
That's
a
how you
girl
did
or
it.
whatever like
Yeah,
that.
that's how you did it.
Because I feel like guys, like I feel like guys don't like that minimalist stuff.
What do you mean?
Like,
No.
they'd prefer if she was on there saying, "You did, and you did,"
Right,
and
yeah.
blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? So they could be back and forth. Like, because she just hit him with the take care. It just
But
seems
you know,
like
have
she's
you ever
over
like
it.
been in a situation where you know you're having maybe an argument, a disagreement with your girl or whatever it may be, or your man.
Loud
And,
that,
like,
man.
No, not you.
Oh,
I heard her. I'm
a
sorry.
freaking
no.
fab. Loud. Oh my look, man.
So anyway, now you're typing out bare things, and then they just hit you back with okay. All right then.
Okay is mad.
What?
Okay is mad.
Oh,
My baby
don't do that
mother
to me.
kills okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay is
no.
Those are the ones that you. Those are the ones that
Okay
get them
is mad
so.
move.
They get mad.
Okay is mad move after bare writing.
Writing.
Bare writing. To,
And I've
okay.
read it over.
Nah, okay. Oh my
What?
lordy.
No
Or what if
way.
when you're there writing or you send a voice note and then I'm not even reading it or I'm not going to listen to that?
What's that? What they say?
Like
that?
that. You like if you,
No, you don't.
Like,
you don't.
yeah.
No. You don't. Let me
I
tell you the
have.
killer.
I've
Let me
sent
tell you the
I've
killer.
sent a voice
Now, let me
note
tell you the
before.
killer. Cream.
And my man's like, I'm
You
not even
sent-
gonna
you've
listen to that.
messaged, yeah. You've messaged, and then you see they've come online, but it's not gone blue.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Oh,
It's not gone blue.
Nah.
You didn't even read my madness.
Exactly.
You didn't even read
Read
my
it.
madness.
And you're online
It took me ages to write this madness. It took me ages to write this madness in an emotional way.
What?
Yeah.
I've written a madness in an emotional way.
And you just bypassing it.
Come online, but you've come online 3 times now.
And
I've
you've-
clocked.
and you've
how many
bypassed
times.
it.
I've clocked how many times
Yeah.
you've come online.
I think
It's still not blue.
I think the silence is golden.
still not blue.
Trust me,
And then
that's
you
the
want to
best
think,
one.
you want to ring them and say, "What did you get my message?"
Now you need a phone call. That's an immediate phone
Yeah.
call.
Phone call, that's a pulling up situation.
And
Nah,
then
but
you get on
nah.
the phone now and they like answer it as if to say like they don't know what you're in.
Now the
Like,
relationship.
what
thing,
you're
man.
talking to me like you don't know that there's a reason for why man's pissed off. Like you're talking to
Yeah, no, when
normal.
girls are mad, you get telephone voice. You know, like you get that perfect telephone voice, like, "Hello,
Yeah,
how
yeah.
can I help you?" Like,
Hey,
you know.
hey, listen, you know when a woman's checked out though. I can't lie. You see when a woman is checked out, you know.
Yeah.
And let me tell you this, that hurts a man, you know. Wait, that's a deep one. When you like, you know what I mean, you've got something with her, whatever it is, and she's at that point where she's just like, you know what? I genuinely can't even like she's not even crying now.
Yeah.
She's at that stage, she's not even bawling now. It's like, you know what? I'm done. I'm actually done. That's why. These are some of the stories that need to be told
Come on.
sometimes in movies and all of that.
Yeah,
when the road man
trust
and that,
me.
when the girl checks out on the don.
Yeah.
Problem. Man
Annoying.
can't deal with that.
Because
Annoying.
men say men
then more
say
times
that
they
women
don't
are
even
crazy,
There's
but men are more
end up in
crazier.
mental home.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Like annoying.
Enough man don't
Like,
have like the friendship group that you can sort of ring and say, "Rah, like, I'm upset." You know what I'm saying? Like,
You gotta hold it in.
you gotta hold it in. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then
That you
that
need-
comes out now in a next way because you might have an issue with my man, and so now how you're about to deal with my man is not only with the genuine thing that we've got, but I'm giving you some of the pressure that because I'm upset with my missus and my missus has left me in that, and you're gonna hold that now.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
There's definitely man that deals with that sort of madness still. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Nah,
Karma.
definitely. Anything else now?
No, that was it really.
Nothing going on over here. Chuckie, you must know, man.
Yeah.
'cause You're on this thing.
What's going on in the UK?
What's going on over here now?
Guys, be America's.
Do you
No, but
what,
because I didn't see like anything like I didn't.
bro, do you know what? I don't even know, man.
That's like me for real.
I don't.
I
Really, do you
didn't
know what?
see
Honestly, I
anything
don't really. I just
major.
want-
That's why I just saw the COVID thing. Rare.
I did
Yeah.
see about something, but it was in Jamaica.
What was that?
And oh my gosh, I hate when I don't have the name, but this young girl the girl that went missing, a young girl that went missing, yeah. And they basically found her body. and she was basically been raped and she been killed. And like I was gonna say earlier on when you was talking about certain codes on the streets, like do you agree with all of them? Because basically Popcorn was the first one to speak out.
Oh, that's why he did that video today. I saw him do a video
Popcorn
today.
spoken out, Beanie Man's partner spoken out, Shensia, loads of the artists are speaking out. Popcorn's basically saying he's sending his man them to look for the guy. Like, you lot need to, because basically in Jamaica, they keep finding women being raped and killed, and no one gets arrested.
Well, then it's that time then. I
Do you
think it is
understand?
that time. I
Like,
think it's that time.
basically,
I
when
think then
like
it's that
so
time where the
basically,
man them have to-
whether you're part of a gang or you're part of the bad man them or whatever, you need to be held accountable. Like basically, they're saying it's not a no snitching thing if you're doing that to little girls and you're doing that to women. Like, who's going to protect the women out here? Do you understand? You can't keep doing that. So they were saying like, you know, something needs to be done in the country. So that's basically what's.
So they're getting the man them on it.
Basically, but
They just have to. The only thing is they have to just be careful because
but yeah,
sometimes you
it's
might
gonna
find
get
the wrong
dangerous.
done.
Yes.
And then someone's holding corn for something that they didn't need to do. And that, do you know what that reminds me of actually, which is something that is happening here, was they were talking about putting police in the raves to protect gal and that. Because you know, obviously the girl, like the women and that, there was a protest that women had here because of the policeman that raped that girl, but I think he killed her, yeah. And so like women have been talking about their sexual harassment and all of these.
But women need to be able to feel safe to walk in, be in public. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, something does need to be done. Like, what's wrong with
the police
them?
in a rave thing? I don't think works though.
Nah,
But
I don't think because it's not just women in raves. Do you understand?
Listen, police in raves anyway.
People are
they're just not in their uniform.
Yeah,
Police in raves
people
anyway.
are walking home from work and things. It needs to be stuff like at night time. More surveillance in public transport. Do you understand? More well-lit places. See, I don't know, something else, but I don't think just police in the raves, no.
Yeah, no. I think, you know what we have to do sometimes? Sometimes, see as man them, we have to just be like honest with the man them sometimes.
Yeah, if you know that
like,
someone's acting
sometimes
funny.
we have to just say to like the man them or the brethren or whatever, you know what, fam, like moving a bit. Because you know what? A girl, in this sense, when we're talking about this situation here, she might say to him, I feel uncomfortable or didn't like that, whatever it is. It doesn't hit the same when your brethren tells you.
When he makes you feel embarrassed.
Yeah,
like if you lot say like, we don't condone those type of things. Like that's
If
like
he's
what
with
you're
his
doing.
done,
Like,
though,
yeah, like
if he's with
no.
his done, he'll just say, yeah, man, whatever. But if he's done, sits with him and says, but you can't do that around me anyway. You're gonna have to. You understand what I'm saying? Come on, man. We got to move a little bit better. Then I think them things hit a little bit harder. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like even girls, like even guys like that are giving advances to girls. Like even if you're like chirping a girl or making advances, and then if she don't want to hear like what you're saying and she's not interested, you get guys that want to beat up girls just for those situations. Like, come on, like what are you doing?
Yeah, I've seen them.
Yeah, like there's loads of those stories.
Yeah,
That's mad.
I want to have a youth now.
That's
anyway.
mad.
I want to have a
Thank
youth.
God.
I'm on
You know
that.
what I mean?
I'm gonna have a youth now. I'm gonna have a youth. I said, you know what?
you're
I
on it.
want it. I want a
On
family
job, man.
unit.
Yeah.
How many have you got?
Simple. One.
One. Yeah, one. Have you got
2?
You got 2. Yeah.
Boy and a
Family
girl.
unit.
Yeah.
Is it boy and a girl in that? You gonna add more? You wanna add?
I don't know.
How
You
old's your
should.
boy?
13.
Oh, you got a big boy
Yeah,
still.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
But you know what it is? See, with me, fam, I just know it's a cold world and it's getting colder, innit?
Really?
So, like, I'm deep like that, and I think, right, do I even want to put something in it? 'Cause I'm going to dead before my youth. So, do I even want to put something on the earth, this dickhead earth? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm a deep youth like
Yeah,
that.
but
You know
you
what I mean?
have if you haven't got any children, I'd definitely say
Yeah, no, it's a
man,
blessing,
come
it's a
on.
blessing
It's-
still.
Let me
it's-
tell you something.
you change as well. Like when you feel like you're living for a totally different purpose once you
Right.
become a parent.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Everything that you do is different. Do
Yeah.
you understand what I mean? Because you're constantly, thinking about someone else first.
Yeah,
Do you get me?
You need to find the right girl though.
Of course,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
You get what I'm saying? You can't
Yeah,
you can't just buck in. I need a you. And
I know, no, of course,
because
no.
then I'm
I'm not gonna lie.
You'll end
I had
up
a
with a
strong
nightmare.
month. I had a strong month.
You'll end up with
where
a
I
nightmare.
thought in my
Yeah,
head,
need
you
a
know what?
solicitor.
Yeah, I had a strong month where I was on a vibe of listen. You know what? Yeah, if it means that I've got to hit I don't know, go to a different country or whatever, fly someone over, and it be what that is, then I'm on that.
Mad.
But then I was like, no, of course I can't do that. That's mad. You're going mad, bro. Then I was on a vibe of, you know what, yeah? I'm not just going to sleep with anyone. I'm not just going to chop anyone. But, you know what, yeah? Whoever I do, if it is what it is, innit? Like, it's not a protection thing. This is what it's going to be, and it's going to be what it is. But then I'm like, nah, I can't do that, man. I had to unlearn that one real quick too.
Yeah, just get a girl and just get a girl and just, you know what I mean?
Because I'm a man who loves love, you know. I'll be honest with you. I'm a man who loves love, you know.
Yeah.
I'm like, when it comes to like all of that stuff, yeah, I'm on it. Because I've learned bare shit in it. I've learned bare stuff in it. Do you get what I'm saying? So now I'm on that vibe of, obviously I joke and say, I want a ute and all this stuff. Of course I do, I want a ute and that. But I do, I
think that,
though.
Yeah, you need to love sex, fam. You get what I'm saying? If you want a ute, you need to love sex still.
What is it, bare tries and that?
You need to have, you just love sex.
It can happen on the first time.
Like, of can. You know what it is? It's timing, innit? Like,
it's
but
timing.
my whole thing with that will be my advice is careful who you end up reading, you know? But every episode, we give them a book
Oh, sick.
to go and read. Today, we've got one from Queen Icecream by Duncan Bannatyne. It's called Riding the Storm. My Journey to the Brink and Back. Duncan Bannatyne, he's from like Dragon's Den and all that, yeah. Right. But yeah, Riding the Storm. I liked it. I like the title because man's had to ride a few storms. You get me? So yeah. Can money buy you happiness? This is the synopsis. A few years ago, Duncan Bannatyne might have said so. He was happily married and his businesses were thriving. Life was good. He couldn't have known that a storm was brewing on the horizon and that he would soon face immense personal and professional struggles, including the strain of a divorce and the impact of the recession on his business empire. Riding the Storm is the inspirational account of how Duncan overcame these setbacks. It's a survival story full of insights into how he adapted his businesses and his life to new financial realities. In it, Duncan explains exactly how a working class boy from Clydebank built himself a multi-million-pound business empire and talks with incredible frankness about the current strategies, goals and finances of his companies. He reveals the true nature of his feuds and friendships with the other dragons and uses his experiences from Dragon's Den to offer advice to start-up entrepreneurs in today's market. He speaks openly about the terrible pain of his divorce and how his children's love gave him the strength to get through it. He discusses the opportunities that success has given him, from learning to dance for sport relief to trekking up Kilimanjaro with his daughter. And finally, he explains why, in spite of having just gone through the toughest years of his life, he feels positive about the future and why you should too. Fucking hell, that was long, Duncan. Bloody hell, Duncan. But yeah, like, yeah, man, basically just, you got to ride the storm, man, you know.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, the sun comes after the rain and all of that.
100%.
Like I said to you, to begin with, my condolences and all that. Like, you know, like I've been in places, obviously I lost my mum, lost my dad. Then like, you know, like you just have to kind of just understand that the sun does shine after, and they will make it shine. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, because I do believe in that other place and whatnot. So you get what I'm saying. You get the protection like that because it's like mommy died and then I survived, innit? I would have rather did it the other way around, but my mum rather did it that way around. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Type of thing. So yeah.
And once you become a parent, that you always that is it. Like I don't know anybody that would you'd ask that question and they would want to go before their kids. They wouldn't go after their kids.
Can't leave without giving you the most stamp, Mr. Chuckie.
Yeah. Come
I appreciate you, my brother.
Nah, man. Of course.
You know, like you shouted and you said you like the skinny man thing, and I know you know what I mean. You didn't have to come on it, so I really appreciate you coming through. I
said, you know what? Yeah, like I'm a vibes person, innit? And like I know there's gonna be some people that are real annoyed because a few people have hit me like to do their thing, but I was going through a lot of stuff and whatnot, and I'm doing my own thing at the moment. I'm just trying to balance like what I had personally going on privately, and also like with my business with the podcast and other bits of content. But you know, like I'm a vibes man, you know. And because obviously I told you I used to listen to you like from before, but I always watched you,
in your
man,
unproductive stage.
in my yeah. Yeah, but you know what? It's like irrespective of all of the things that happened and like all of the, you know, the life that you had and all of these other things, yeah. I know that like sometimes people could be a product of their environment and there's these things that are bigger than them. And so, you know, that never made me look down upon anyone that was doing whatever it was that they was doing. So anyway, when you hit me, or when I spoke to you, I reached out to you, I thought, you know what, I'm coming, I'm doing, like, regardless of whatever, I'm going to come and fuck with my...
Maximum respect for that, man. Maximum respect for that, because obviously, fam, you're the guy in it for the podcast thing. Do you get what I'm trying to say? It's like, even like, I'll take advice from you, obviously, because you see, I don't really know how to interview properly and all that.
No, man,
but I try to think, but bro, I'll be honest with you, yeah? The best thing I've done with the podcast, with starting is I didn't watch any podcast to begin with. I think that's the best thing I've done with episode 1, because I didn't know I had podcasts. I didn't know how you do it. So it's like what you said, it was just like a conversation, and then we kind of built it off that, you know, because we spoke about current stuff. So we thought, all right, we'll have a current affairs section. You know, we spoke about streets to legit. Okay, we'll have a, do you know what I mean, subject, and it's like we built it that way round, you know. But even like, obviously, like, you know, we see the influence as well. Do you get what I'm trying to say? You know, like, because even like with guests, you've always had guests, but we see like some people, like, they didn't have guests, now they got guests all the time.
Yeah, we didn't have guests for like the first maybe 50 episodes, you know. Yeah, it was just me and Chloe just talking.
It's so mad, fam. Yeah, but you lot was already
it was very early.
You was already people kind of thing. I can't explain it.
Yeah, we were sort of
literally, like, people say to me like, you know, like, oh, you sure you want to do this? And you know, like, bare madness at the start, like. So it's like it was actually a big step, but I took it without even thinking about it. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because it's like, oh, are you sure you want to do that?
Now, I think it's important for people like you to do.
You know what I mean?
Trust me. I think I feel like it's important for people like you to do stuff like this and for you to just be yourself. You know what I mean? Because you know what, like, people get to see a different side.
Yeah, no, thanks for the comments, man.
And that's important.
Because I see a couple of them comments saying like, yo, you know, like, I used to think Spray was arrogant, I didn't like, or now I'm saying my man's cool. So yeah, big up you lot as well, the comments and that. Thanks for the PayPal
just be yourself.
Donations and
just be yourself. And where you come from, what you do and all of these type of things, I understand that now. All that shit has monetary value. Everyone wants to know and understand where you come from, what it is that you do and all of that stuff. So don't let anyone trick you out of your position.
Yeah, no, of course. Yeah. Like, yeah, definitely. And 100%. Don't care about them other people that's tricking themselves into a position.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Like, trust me.
Yeah, man.
Trust me, big up, man. Respect for that, man.
Yeah, man. Come on. Oh yeah, this went mad.
Follow the cream. Follow the queen. Man said the cream again, you know. Like, you know, going so mad in the comments. They're like, oh yeah, creamy season. Like, they just going so mad. Like, they think me and her should swap seats. Going mad. You get me, little perverts. You get me?
God.
Follow the queen at
Ice Cream, the poster girl.
Follow me at big_bad_spray and follow the man himself.
Chuckie Online, everything.
You get what I'm trying to say? You know,
Come on.
you get the banter. You know what I mean? And you get the real shit.
Yeah, man.
You already know, man. RTM. Make sure you follow the clothing.
Really than most.
And follow the page, RTM Podcast Show. Don't know. Show.